Everybody, happy Friday. I hope everybody had a great Christmas or holiday or whatever you celebrate in your neck of the woods. We had fun. See, you can tell by how the expression on Munchkin's face. Jesus.
We did. I had an enjoyable Christmas, yes.
Munchkin got me a smoker for Christmas, so we smoked this 13-pound brisket, which I think they're lying. It felt like it was 20-something pounds. That thing was huge and very heavy. So, smoked that. And
do you remember what the original tag was before he said, "Oh, that's labeled wrong," and took it to the back?
Yeah, it was some kind of sirloin, and it was marked $156.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
I'm just wondering if you caught the weight.
No, I didn't see the weight.
Underweight it because the price dropped.
Oh yeah, the price dropped big time. And I was like, hey, I appreciate whatever you just did back there because I'll take this. Thank you.
Right. He's like, you want it? I've never seen a man nervous about buying a hunk of meat before. It amused me.
Men don't usually pay for meat. Well, I don't know.
You were nervous. It was funny. It was amusing.
Well, we've never been in that store before. I mean, we went to a farmer's market to get the Hello, Caden. What are you crying about? 5 times. Wow, we only got 16 people. I guess everybody's doing something else. It's
19. It's changing.
Yeah, I've noticed that most of the people that I know that do fly have been flying the last 3 or 4 days. Christmas was very nice outside. I could have went flying, but nope. That is a laughing emoji. In what dimension?
It's crying, laughing.
That does not look like the crying, laughing.
To purchase meat.
I was married once. I paid for it. Trust me. Tiger. Yeah. Hello, Forgetful Red.
Hey, Red.
So hopefully, I don't know about Scorp, but I know Red got their stuff.
Well, no, because you never forwarded me the email from Scorp so I could take over.
But I
don't
sent
know
it.
What you did.
I sent it. That's better. There you go. That's a crying, laughing.
I don't have the side buns, Tony. I was cold, so I put this on and forgot that it doesn't have sleeves, so I'm still cold. But
see, Caden, I haven't got any older, man. I'm still the same age as I was 30 years ago. 20-something years ago. Maybe a little grayer, just a little bit.
Oh, the headphones look like the side buns.
Oh, so you got the Princess Leia thing going on? Because of you wearing a hoodie, too. It doesn't help.
Yeah, who makes a short sleeve hoodie? What the hell? Whose stupid ass idea was that?
I don't know.
I'm cold.
So yeah, the smoker, I got it's an electric smoker, so it's not a gas powered smoker, or I already have a grill that smokes that's haven't really used the smoker part on it because it's so much trouble to set up. and hard to keep the temperature regulated on that thing. So I wanted electric so I could pretty much set it and leave it alone. But I'm running pellets in it, and that one technically is supposed to use wood chips. I mean, technically, wood chips and pellets are both made of wood. Yes, I understand
Yeah,
that.
the pellets are like more like wood pulp, though.
And well, pellets cost more money too, so the chips are
I
cheaper.
wish you would have said that before I fucking bought them. Just saying.
Well, if it had an auger, then it would have had to use, unless you got really small wood chips, you would have had to use pellets. Do you use water on the bottom of your smoker? Tony, yes, sir. I had a water pan in there. My problem with the brisket that I did cook or smoke, the breaker that I hate. I'm gonna have to go to Lowe's or Home Depot tomorrow and buy a new breaker because that thing trips all the time. I don't even have the hot tub plugged in it to anymore, and I'm running the smoker off of it, and bam, the breaker tripped. I didn't know it, so the temperature dropped because it's cold outside. Temperature dropped way down on it before I even noticed. I think it got down to 90 degrees, and then I had to bring the temperature back up again, and then it tripped again and went all the way down, and I had to bring it back up again. I'm like, man, I'm gonna get one of a wireless thermometer, so if the temperature drops, it'll give me an alert on my phone. I haven't bought it yet. I was thinking about it, but I didn't get it yet. But yeah, that thermometer will tell you if your temperature gets too high or if it gets too low. It'll warn you, and then I could be like, hey, the breaker must have tripped again. But like I said, I'm probably just going to buy a new breaker and put that in the breaker box that's 5 amps higher. I think there's a 15 amp. I'm going to put a 20 amp. That should be plenty, and it shouldn't pop anymore. Because most of the stuff that we run off that only requires 15 amps and use
no,
it. And
but I think until you get the hang of how long it takes to burn through one of those thing of pellets, and we're gonna experiment on cheaper cuts of meat.
The problem with that particular circuit is it runs to multiple outlets in this house. I don't know who wired the damn thing, but that particular breaker goes to the plug that's out front, the sewage pump that's out front, my lights that are out there that's going up the railing. It also goes to the plug that's at the top of our deck. Hello, let me switch the camera. There we go. It goes to that plug that's at the top of the deck, and it also goes there's one more plug it goes to. I can't remember. But there's too much stuff running off one plug. It needs to be split up. And they're all on GFCI, GCFI, ABCD, EFG plugs. Hello, Jen. How you doing? How you doing?
Hi. We had that actually, I thought I didn't know. I knew about GCMI, but I didn't or GCFI, sorry.
I'm just like, hell, I'll go with it.
We know what she meant.
Yeah.
Well, no, GCMI is a real acronym. It's actually a set of printing inks.
Yeah, that's
but GCFI or GFCI, whatever they are,
right.
And I know that's a whole different thing. But anyway,
the ones with the little reset switch.
Yeah. So for the longest time, all 3 bathrooms in my house did not, like, the lights worked, but the plugs didn't. And I had checked every single plug in the house, and none of them had that little reset button on it. And it was driving me crazy. And finally, I had started a Facebook group for just my neighborhood. And I put it out there. I was like, someone please help me. I'm like, who has the 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath layout in this neighborhood? Where is your GCMI switch, trigger for the bathroom? So I was like, because there's one in the kitchen, right? But it only controls the kitchen plugs. And I was like, I have looked every single plug in this house, and none of them have the button. Like, what am I doing wrong? And it turns out it was in the garage.
Yeah.
It was in the garage. It was like buried. Like, I mean, it was up against a wall that we had a bunch of crap on. So like David had to like scale Mission Impossible style over like piles of stuff to get to it, and then like scale down the wall to get to it. And it was like, yay, we finally have plugs in our bathroom again. But yeah, because it wasn't at the breaker box. The breaker box was fine.
So GFCI. Thanks, Wally. Yeah, I always get it backwards. I always say GCFI or something. So it's GF. Well,
and like I said, with mine, it's a printing industry thing. It's for there's corrugated inks, a specific set of corrugated inks that are called GCMI, and that's where that came from.
Gotcha.
I digress.
Yeah, that last house I lived in Georgia had the same problem. We had a breaker in the laundry room that also controlled both bathrooms and the plug out back on the deck and the plugs in the garage. The problem was whenever it went out, I never knew which one tripped. So I would have to go around all them places and check. And I thought I checked them all, and I forgot one bathroom, and I went in there, and that's the one that clicked it turned them all back on. I'm like, man. By the time I moved out of that place, it had tripped, and none of the power was working in the garage, and I couldn't figure out what it was, and that's the way it stayed, so they can figure it out. I'd already fixed all the wiring in there once, and I was like, I'm not even trying to deal with this anymore.
I get it.
Oh, man.
So what's up? How was your Christmas?
That's what I was going to say to you. No fair.
We were very subdued for Christmas. We didn't go, because we went to see his parents a couple weeks before Christmas. Mm-hmm. The thing is, it's like, it was a little different when we had the little dogs, especially they were a little bit older, then, they were kind of okay to stay home for a day. But you can't really do that with bigger dogs, especially bigger, younger dogs. Right. And I mean, like Obi would probably be okay to stay home by himself, but you don't want them to stay, not be able to go outside, and and they're bigger dogs. So I mean, like, not just anybody can handle them, and so it's
pitties get destructive when they get bored too.
And, yeah, and they
eat your stuff.
And yeah, she likes boxes and paper towels. That's her thing. She likes to go into, Mom has a little trash can next to her seat, and she likes to go in Mom's trash can and pull out her paper towels and magazines and whatnot and tear them up. She always does the same thing though. She's so funny. Any toy she gets or anything that she gets that she's not supposed to have, she grabs it and she goes down the hallway towards the front door. And it's so funny because she'll go into the toy box, she'll pick up a toy, and then she takes it down that hallway and plays with it. And then 5 minutes later, she comes through, she picks up a toy, and she takes it down that hallway.
Misdirection.
Yes.
And she's doing this.
I've just got
the
toys,
other night. The other night, she picked up the toy box and took it down the hallway.
Tired of walking back.
I'll just take them all. It'll save me a trip.
The toy box was empty. She had emptied it out.
Oh, wow.
And I hadn't bothered to fill it back up, to put the toys back in. They were just still sitting in the hallway because she takes them right out. And so it was like a little like metal tin kind of thing. And she picked up the toy box and she took it down the hallway. I'm like, okay, this is where they live now.
I don't even know how you have room to put any more toys because you keep getting those bark boxes or whatever, and
stuffies don't last long with pits.
Yeah, they destroy them.
Do yours? Wow. Mine would not let us throw away the carcasses. She ripped the stuffing out, but she would carry the carcasses around, and if one of them disappeared, you could see her just sitting there, like staring at all of her stuff. And then she'd just stare off into space like she was thinking, and she'd start looking behind the couch and like, I know I'm missing one. So yeah, you couldn't throw away the carcasses. She remembered every one that she had, and
look, she's not over. The only one she's attached to is this little, it was in one of my videos, this little tiger, like it's like a ball, but it has like a tiger face on it and like little feet on it, and it squeaks. And I don't even know how long I've had that. I'm not even sure where that came from. I mean, like I've had it since possibly before I even had dogs. Like it's just been a toy that I've had. Mm-hmm. And she found it in the toy box. She was emptying it out one night, taking everything down the hallway. and she found it in the toy box, and that has been her baby. Like, that is her baby. She carries it all over the house. She has carried it out on walks. She loves it. I have to stop her from carrying it to work because I know that I'll forget it, and then she'll freak out if we don't have her baby. She's taken it to bed, which I've had to take it away from her because she likes to lay in bed and go, and she's looking at me right now. Yeah, I'm talking about you.
See,
and
I know Tiger's talking about changing out the breaker in my panel, which, I could do that, but the problem is it's not tripping the breaker on my panel. It's only that one GFCI circuit. Now, it could be just that plug. I mean, maybe I can replace that plug, but the one out front was tripping too. Well, the sewage pump was shorted. That's why that one was tripping, but I don't know why the one on the back deck, which I don't know why they wired this house with one plug back there. And then, we got the hot tub and stuff, and there's no plugs down there, so I have to run a cord all the way down. It's a pain in the butt.
Because they raised it, so
I'm going to have to.
When they lifted the house up, they're probably like, screw it, let's add another plug. Just run it off something.
Yeah, I'm going to have to either get an electrician or do it myself, which it's not that hard. Add some more outlets down there.
Yeah, I know David has to be a little bit careful about.
Yeah, what's causing it to trip?
I'm not with the hot tub on the back porch. Mm-hmm. Like, there's only so many things that he can do on the back porch now, like, because too much will definitely. But that trips right at the breaker. That's not the GCFI thing. That's the breaker box.
Well, usually, I had the hot tub plugged into the GFCI, but I was running a really thick extension cord so that it could handle the amperage that it was pulling. That wasn't. And it would still trip every once in a while. Not all the time, but every once in a while. And the same thing. So I ran the hot tub off of a different outlet altogether out of the basement. And now the hot tub runs fine. But I plugged the smoker in that same plug, and now it's tripping. So it's like that one plug trips all the time. And when it does, it turns off our sewage pump, turns off a bunch of stuff that needs to run. So I'm going to replace that one outlet and see if that fixes it. Maybe it's just bad. And it likes tripping for no reason. I mean, we've never changed it. Whatever was in the house when we got here, that's, But I think I even have spare GFCI circuits or plugs somewhere in the basement. Yeah, I'll probably just buy another one. Finding that would be, no, not happening.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know where to begin to look for that stuff.
They go bad a lot. What's weird is I changed. That's right. We did buy a new one, and I put it on the one out front. I haven't put one on the back yet, and the one out front works fine. It's got a light on it too, so when it's got power, it's got a little green light, so it's working. And when it trips, the light goes out. So, but
we'll get another one of those.
Yeah, they're not that expensive. If I can get one that's 5 amps higher, I'll go with that route, though, so I won't have to worry about the back one tripping, and we'll be fixed. All done. Oh, so smoker done. I got a bunch of puzzles, which, some of those I was present for while Munchkin was with me. I was like, ooh, I like this. Put it in the cart. You can't have it till Christmas. Okay. So,
just like my glasses, that we got those at the same time. Aren't they cool? They're like beaded.
They're like invisible.
I can't see them.
Well, that's bullshit. All right. Why are they disappearing? Okay.
There we go.
They're cool.
Nice.
And they're nice and wide, so you can fit a lot of beverage in here.
Well,
they were at Marshall's.
I don't know if that was a 6-pack. I think that one was a 6-pack, and then the other ones that we got are a 4-pack. So she's got a bunch of those.
The Marshalls were 4-pack, and the ones that you got at Amazon are a different color pink. But those are, I think there's 6 of those. Those are more expensive though.
Yeah, well, there you go.
I don't know where we're gonna put them. We've got way too many cups and glasses for 2 people. You think we're trying to hydrate half the neighborhood?
It just really happens. I mean, you just accumulate. I have so many. My coffee cup cabinet it's crazy. like I have two, like it's the upper shelf of two cabinets, and I put in like another shelf on like just a shelf that sits there. So I have 2 layers of coffee cups in 2 cabinets. Yeah, no, I
got a lot of coffee cups.
Will,
we use pretty much the same too.
I haven't checked the amp draw on the smoker yet. I know that the hot tub only supposedly pulls 13 amps, so that's below the 15, but it was still tripping the breaker. Now, what the smoker pulls, I don't know. If it's 20 amps or 18, then I need a better breaker, obviously. It runs, it'll run for 2 or 3 hours, and you won't know it, and it'll trip the breaker. Then your food gets cold, and you gotta that sucks because then you gotta get it all back up to temperature again.
Yeah, maybe it's whenever the sewage pump cuts on, it trips it.
When that would piss David off if his hot tub, because he uses that thing every morning.
Wow.
Well, like at my old house, in the kitchen, if you ran the microwave while the vent fan in the wall was going, and then turned on like a coffee pot, it would trip the breaker and everything on that whole side of the kitchen would go out, which was the microwave, the vent fan, the refrigerator, but only if you had the microwave going.
The breaker's not tripping, Dorothy.
Not the breaker, just the GFCI plug, and whatever and like whatever it's connected to. Like I said, in my house, I have 2 GCFI plugs. Well, I have 2 that have the button on it. But those plugs are wired into like the kitchen. That plug is wired into all the kitchen plugs, and then there's one in the garage that is wired into all of the bathrooms. There's 3 bathrooms in my house, and all the plugs in the bathrooms are connected to that GFCI plug in the garage.
We did go. When did we get in the hot tub? Was it Christmas Day?
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve, and it was nice and cool outside.
After all the children left.
Yeah.
That was nice because
it was, we got it all the way turned up, which is 104 in them hot tubs, and you could just see the steam coming off your arms and everything. It's pretty cool because it's cold. It was cold outside.
Now he needs to just take the skeleton of the tent down over top of it.
Yeah, I got that. Well, if I would have put the tent part back over the skeleton, it would have
I don't really want the tent
destroyed.
part up. I like being able to look up at the stars and shit.
But the whole...
I told you, if you
the
want
whole
lights,
privacy thing,
220, 221, yeah.
It's dark out. Who cares? Yeah, I mean, I don't...
What's up, Vapors, bad boy?
Hey, look, if the neighbors happen to look over and catch a glimpse, they're not going to do it again. I'll tell you that much. So that's on them. They're going to be like,
hey, you don't know their life.
Don't look out the window.
They like that.
And no one's peeping at us from up above. So, and I know he wants the lights around, and all we got to do is get the shepherd's hooks for the plant hooks and put them on the corners of the deck, and we can string the lights from them.
Yeah, I mean, I figured next spring we'll do some stuff. We didn't have a lot of time this year. I mean, it was hot, but
David's favorite time to use a hot tub is, in the wintertime. He absolutely loves going out there when it's freezing outside. And
tear all that wood up and put down pea gravel and brick because...
Oh, you want to take all that out?
Yeah, because the boards are coming loose and they're spongy, and one of us is going to step through it and break our ankle. Well, we're not going to heal quickly. So
I wasn't a big fan of it myself, but I didn't want to rip it all out. But
well, it's rotting. So do you want it to rot out from underneath the hot tub and then fuck it up?
No, it would rot around the hot tub and leave the wood right, and just leave the hot tub sitting up in the air on some wood.
Yeah. Well, my sister's got like a whole house full of bricks under her house that she's trying to pawn off on us. So all we just need is a shitload we can buy a truckload of pea gravel.
Yeah.
Sand.
They'll bring the whole truckload too. They ain't
they
scared.
will.
Oh my goodness.
So I got a call today from Forgetful Red. I saw she's in the audience.
Mm-hmm.
And she wanted to ask me some questions about this Nixodine stuff.
Oh.
And so she's gonna try it. I know that 12 did not work for you, and that's okay. I'm going to get you out some 15 and some 18 so you can try that.
Awesome.
But I know that the 9 kind of worked for you, Shannon. So like
I don't even think I was on 9. I think that was like a 6.
Oh, really? Yeah. I think I told you to do the 9. But anyway, yeah. So I know I sent you guys a 6, a 9, and a 12. Yeah. And what we didn't know, because we had just gotten it in, so we didn't know we were experimenting. Guys, I'm telling you, we tried to do 1-to-1 ratio, and I wanted to claw his eyes out.
Yeah.
And it within a day, like seriously, with that first day, like he almost lost his job, and because he was just he was just so like. And finally, at one point, like I'm sure he was being fine. I couldn't hear him. I was here at the office and he was at home, but he was like sending me all these, horrible messages, just horrible messages about how much he hated the people and what he was doing and everything. And I was all like, "Are you having a Nick fit? Like seriously?" And he was all like, "Am I having a Nick fit?"
Yeah.
And I was like, and I was kind of like, I was edgy too, and I was all like ready to claw his eyeballs out and everything, and I was all just like, yeah, I think I'm having a Nick fit, you know.
Cloud Chucker, see, that's the thing. We both vape, and we both know pretty much not to buy each other vape gear for Christmas, because if it's something usually vape related that I want, I'll just buy it. So, I would have had to specifically go, hey, I want this mod for Christmas. That would have been the only way I would have got vape gear for Christmas.
Yeah, I don't have anything I want. So.
I haven't seen anything new out there that makes me go, ooh, I want that. So I'm good for now. And
to finish our story was that I talked to Shar, and she didn't tell me this up front. She should have. She was like, okay, yeah, you got to add 6, and I'm like, what? Because I was like, okay, so like he's like, I try. Okay, Dave does 1.5, and I do 3, right? And so like we tried that at first. Like I said, that was not a good idea. So then we doubled it, right? So then he went to 3, and I went to 6, and I was kind of okay at 6. I'll be honest. 6 was okay. Like I still felt a little edgy, but 6 was it was kind of okay. Dave was like, no. Mm-mm. He's like, crank it up, right? I was like, all right, so now we'll triple it, right? So I went to 9, he went to 4.5. And at 9, I was good, actually. Actually, what we started doing is we started going back to nicotine. We vaped it like a day on nicotine, and then went back to the Nixidine to see if we could like tell the difference, if we could feel a difference, right? Yeah. And when I did that at the 9 milligram, I didn't notice a difference. Like I did not notice. I went from I did 6, and then I went back on nicotine, and then I went to 9, and it completely flat. I did not notice a difference. I thought it was fantastic. I think I even went back to nicotine for a little bit, and then back on the Nixidine just to see if I changed, if I could feel any difference, and nothing. It was like smooth. So I was like, okay, 9's my jam. I tried 12, but it made me a little queasy. Yeah. Like I was like, yeah, this is not cool. But okay. So at 9, so here it is. I'm at 9. He's at 4.5, and he's like, no. He's like, no, we got to go higher. Right? And that's so I went ahead. So then we did the 4 times thing, right? I went to 12. He went to 6. Like I said, 12 did not work for me. 6, he's like, no. He's like, crank it up. He's like, bring me 12. And I was like, no. I was like, we've been doing 1.5 increments for you. So just chill. I was like, I'm going to bring you 7.5, right? And I brought him 7.5, and he was like, oh, no, I'm going to need 12. I just know it. I'm going to need 12, right? And so he tried the 7.5, and he went, after like a couple hours, he's like, this might do it, right? Then I talked to Shar, and she's like, oh, yeah, you have to add 6. I'm like, why didn't you tell me that? Right. We could have saved a lot of edginess.
Trial and error.
Craziness. If you just told me that you have to add 6. So yeah, so the adding 6 for you, obviously, like I said, didn't work for you, but that's cool. Like I said, I'm going to try sending you some 15. I'm going to try sending you some 18. You tell me what you think about that. And with Munchkin, I'm going to send her some 9. So because you said you didn't have the 9.
I mean, it's like I said, no problem with the taste.
Well, I don't think that's what I had. I think that I don't remember what he took. I don't remember which bottle it was.
I got a 12.
I have to go find
12.
it. So
it's
he
right
got
here.
the 12.
And it vapes great. I mean, it's like everything was good. It's just I noticed I could feel it creeping up on me. I was like, oh hell! And I started getting a little shakes, and I'm like, man, I need nicotine. I need something.
I mean, I'm naturally crabby anyway. So
no,
okay. So like yesterday, right? I wouldn't say it was a bad day. But I had 4 closings, and there was like 4 employees working in the whole company. So I needed answers to questions, and people weren't there, and I was irritated. And then having other people asking me dumb shit. I'm like, look, I don't know about you, but I've got things I need to do. I can't sit here and bullshit around with you. So I was crabby. I was chain vaping off. Of course, I had a pod because my big mod needed to be rebuilt. And Scorp, I have to have him check again because he was supposed to forward it to me, and he did not. So, yeah, had crystals growing in his throat.
Crystals, what?
And jewel type vape pens. Nick
Did Scuba get my email? Really?
Crystals growing in his throat. Oof.
Scorp, which email did you send it to? Because if you send it to the winner's one, I rarely check that.
Yeah, but why would you not check that when that's what you emailed him from? Forward me his email and I will take care of it.
Oh, he said both. I don't know. Oh, I got it. Yeah. You just sent it.
Oh, he's pulling a Jeff. Did you get my email? I sent it to you.
Sorry it took so long to get back to you. Yes, I got your email, Scorp. I got it. He just sent it a couple hours ago. So yeah.
Okay.
But yeah,
I see everyone.
Really happy with this. I am nicotine free. I have been nicotine free now for like 2 weeks. And
that would be so weird. That would be like not having caffeine for a while, and then
I know, but like
good for people that have to, take the nicotine test for their insurance and shit like that.
Oh,
I know, but I had this revelation. I remember when I was first vaping, and this was way back in 2011, 2012 when I started vaping, 2011, and David and I had just started dating, and we were, I think we had, for whatever reason, we had stayed over at his place for like several nights in a row. And we came back to my house, and there was I can't even remember what it was. There's something on the table or something. And he pointed to it, and he said, the last time you used that, you were a smoker. And I stopped, and I went, I'm a non-smoker? And he was like, you are. Ooh. And I'm going, that is a label I have not had since I was 13.
Hello,
seriously, hey, Vapors Bad Boy, I see you.
That's a hard question to answer, Shopkey, about what's the best website to buy hardware from these days. Because
I like Element.
Element ships okay to Georgia, but up here it takes me longer
do they not
than
ship to Virginia?
China.
They do. It just takes forever.
Well, when I first ordered from them, they had one of those drop ship things, which is weird. So I would have to go pick it up from like a 7-Eleven or something. And they only let me do that one time. Then I went to go do it the second time, and they no longer ran the service. I'm like, really? Y'all took one order and then they took it away. I'm like, all right.
I did, because I recommended a device to a friend of mine, and you met her, Tammy, the one that took me out to the lake house.
Yeah.
She so I recommended a device to her, and she got it from Element, and it took a while to get to her too.
Higgy, I still have all of the mods you wrapped for me, Red.
Oh, she did. She sent me like 3 mods, I think, with corresponding J wraps because she's like, I'll never do this, and I was like, oh no, I can do it, and yeah, I wrapped them up for her.
Yeah, that's a
Is
question.
J wrap still a thing?
No,
J-Raps,
well, they are, but all he does is vehicles and shit now, which is what he started with. But sure.
Wait, where's the? Oh, there it is. All right, let me see.
Hi, Roger.
Hello, Roger. How you doing? So, what else did everybody else get for Christmas? I threw too many words in there. What else did everybody get for Christmas?
You need 0, Nick, from me? Well, I mean, you can certainly get that. That's easy. That's not a problem at all. But, I got this Nixodon stuff. We we launched it today. We should we do a New Year's Eve show and look at him getting will I come? Probably not.
Well, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people are going to be doing their New Year's Eve thing, and if they don't want me to do a show, that's fine.
You can't. I mean, John Q's the one that asked for it, and he's not even here yet.
Right? How are you going to ask for something and not show up? He'll show up at the end of the show. Oh man. I'm with Will. Will says he hasn't
look at
flown.
That. Already 80% is going to say they're going to be there. So I don't know. I think you need to do one.
Well, that could be like 2 votes. I don't know.
No, that's 20 votes. 21 votes.
That's 21 votes? That fast? Damn, y'all are quick.
23 votes.
How long did it say Will said he hasn't flown in? Like 2 or 3 weeks? I'm the same boat, Will. I haven't flown since when's the last time I flew? It was
Creed got magic mushrooms
September or something, so it's been a minute.
You got socks. I got Steve socks.
Yes, I got some wool socks so that I could fly in the cold that I don't know if I'm ever
I
gonna
think
do.
you're stuck doing a show, dude. 26 votes, 85% says yes.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, you're doing a show, dude.
Hello, John. How you doing?
No, I know the kids kind of got the raw end of the deal because all 3 of them were sick, and then
yeah, they didn't want
they
to come
still
over.
came over here, but then at her aunt's house or her uncle's house, which is her dad's brother, that's where they do Christmas over there. Everybody was sick over there, so they didn't go over there. His mom was giving him a hard time about coming over there, which their whole family can't fit in their car, right? So, and he can't drive the work truck out of the city unless it's for a job. So he had called her, and she's like, well, we'll work something out, but it won't be tomorrow. And it's like, well, okay, never mind then. I guess we'll see you guys some other time. So they ended up staying home. So we had the kids over on Christmas Eve, and then we went to my sister's for a little while on Christmas Day.
Those kids racked up. I was impressed at the amount of gifts we had. I didn't even know we had that many. I was looking at the table, and it was just covered with gifts. I'm like, dadgum.
Yeah, but when they really unwrapped it, it wasn't, I mean, Junior's toys made it look like a bigger stack than it was because he's easy. He wants trucks and dinosaurs.
It's always easy when they're young like that. You can buy almost anything. They're like, yeah! They'll play with a cardboard box. They're good with that.
I mean, as the girls get older, their presents got more expensive, but they seem to be happy with what they got. I didn't hear any complaints. You got a Fire TV and She Who Shall Not Be Named.
I don't even
Rocky,
think
we love ours. Absolutely love ours. Well, we use the Fire Sticks, not the Fire TV, but the Fire Stick. And I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them in the house of She Who Shall Not Be Named. And then we have the Fire Stick here at Higgy's. We don't have a She Who Shall Not Be Named here at Higgy's, but we have the Fire Stick at Higgy's. We have
did I show you mine? I got one in my office. This is mine in my office. Can you see?
Oh, look at you.
This is Hey Ziggy.
Oh, where is David? He has
what's the temperature?
He got one. that has it's sort of like this like robot looking spider creature that has the
Ziggy, what's the temperature?
Oh, that's cool.
Right now, it's 47 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, expect a low of 38 degrees.
There you go.
You know what he realized the other day, or we did? Because I have one in my office, right?
This is hilarious.
And he walked up to her and whispered, "Alexa, what's the temperature? Or what's my notifications?" She whispered back, "You have 2 notifications. Your Amazon."
I had no
like,
idea.
Holy shit, she's whispering back at me.
I didn't know she'd whisper back. That was hilarious. If you whisper to her,
totally do that.
They whisper back. I was like, "Oh,
we do that because like David uses that feature and I use that feature all the time because David gets up super early, and I tend to go to bed late. So like if we're telling her to turn off the lights or checking the temperature or checking the weather, yeah, we totally so it doesn't wake everybody else in the house up.
I didn't know it would do that because I've never had to whisper at her before. Usually I mean the one at work is usually.
Here's one. Well, no, okay. Can she hear me?
Yeah, they can all hear you.
Yes, but mine's Ziggy.
Okay. All right. Watch this.
Shut up. Never mind, Ziggy. Never mind.
Well, bring it up to the mic so we can hear it.
It hurt. Well. Oh, so we can hear it? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask it something.
Okay. That's good.
Okay. Hey Ziggy, ask Sam the weather.
The Samuel Jackson skill is no longer available. For more help, contact customer service.
Oh, they took it away. It's raining outside, Mama.
That is not cool. Oh, that's not cool.
Yeah. I guess they took it away. That's the problem. And the same thing, Cloud Chucker, even if they had Darth Vader, it would be a voice you had to pay for or something.
Yeah.
Guarantee it. Copyright. Like he didn't give him permission. So you're saying that Samuel Jackson didn't give him permission to use his voice? I would have thought they went through that channel to start off with.
I would imagine he did, but it's probably.
Well, apparently it was a contract, and the contract was up.
Oh yeah, got to pay him. What's in his wallet? You know.
They'll bring it back again and make you pay for it again.
Yep.
Oh man, I love doing that too. It's colder than a motherfucking tit outside.
Well, hello, John Q. Merry Christmas. Yeah, the one at work, I'm always asking her what time it is in various time zones throughout the world.
I know, like we have 4 at the house. I really should put one over here, but you know. We have the little dots.
People are arguing with me about something. I'll ask her.
Yeah, we have 3 of the dots, and then we have one of the like the one that you just showed me, the ball.
Yeah, that's the ball. I mean, I got them. They're all over the place. I think the studio's in the kitchen. The plus is in Munchkin's room. And we have a Fire TV, but it's slower than the stick. To be honest with you, I think it's slower.
We have one in the kitchen, and that thing we all it does basically is timers, and it works wonders, especially like when we're cooked because we cooked a couple of ducks. David did. He cooked 2 ducks, and I did all the other sides and everything. But with the ducks, you have to. There's a lot of timers you have to do because like you have to cook it for like I don't know, like it's like 40 minutes, and then you have to afterward you have to like flip them, and then you have to baste them every 10 minutes, and so like he had all these timers set, and he would pause timers, and he would resume timers, and he would set other timers, and then I was setting like casserole timers and whatnot and everything, and so like there's like 14 timers going at one time, and it was very.
Do you know how hard it is to let a brisket rest after it's done cooking? It's like, it's done, but then you have to let it rest for several hours.
It's done. Don't touch it.
Yeah.
I would eat some.
When it's done, I mean, you can, if you do that, then it doesn't give time for the fat to break down in there. So, I mean, I let that thing rest for 8 to 12 hours at least.
Yeah, we were at work the whole day.
So it rests for a long time, but
then we sat there eating the hunks off of it.
It's
out
so
of the
damn
stove.
good. It's just sit there and it's like cotton candy meat. It's ridiculously good.
You know what? I tell you what David has discovered. He has discovered the joys of the sous vide.
Yes. He asked me, he said something about it, and I was like, oh, yeah, you got to try it. And the very first time he tried it, he's like, oh, dude, this is my new thing.
We will never have another steak any other way. He got one of those giant torches. It's like...
He went all out then.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know what a sous vide is, it is basically, it creates a little mini hot tub. Okay, you have a big pot. It sticks on the side of your pot, and it rotates
in a bag,
the water.
But French.
Right, it just rotates it circulates the water and keeps the water at a specific temperature. All right. So when you are cooking a steak, okay, you put it in a bag, you vacuum seal it in a bag, stick it in this water, and you can set the temperature, right? Like a medium rare steak, I think, is at like 135 degrees or something.
Yeah, he likes his rare-ish. I go up to
we are carnivores in the Higginbotham household. Okay, so, and yes, you do have to, it does take like 2 hours. Okay, but
it's always perfect.
You can't overcook it. You can't overcook it because it never gets above the temperature that you set it. You know, if medium rare is 130, then you set it to 130 degrees and you let it sit in there for 2 hours. You could let it sit in there for 6 hours. It will not overcook, right? It doesn't dry out. It doesn't overcook. It just gets right up to the temperature it needs to be in, and it stays there. All right. Now, when it comes out, it looks like hell. I will tell you that. It does. It looks like hell.
Yeah.
All right. So then you have to get a torch and you have to sear it so that you get that nice little crust on it, right? We tried doing it in a pan, like in a high heat pan, but it actually cooked it a little bit more. So
get it really hot and cook it fast. I throw some butter if you're going to sear it with a pan. I put some butter in there. I get that pan so hot that it pisses Munchkin off.
It does.
I literally sear it
for everything at 11, and it's like
1 minute per side. That's it.
Flaming high. You're smoking me out of the damn house.
And then usually
I got this big torch. I mean, it's got the mouth on it like this.
Oh yeah.
And he turned it.
Those work great as long as you don't hit it with the point of the flame, because then it'll taste like butane. You don't want your steak to taste like butane.
Oh, right, yeah.
But he already knows that.
It comes out amazing. It comes out perfect, juicy, and the perfect temperature. It's awesome. Try the broiler. I mean, like, could, but it'll only do it one side, and then you have to flip it to the other side, and by that point it actually starts to it does not take long for the meat to continue to cook.
Y'all making me hungry.
Okay,
John Q's here.
I know. I didn't have dinner either.
Oh, I missed it.
He has been here, but let's check on your poll here. 34 votes. You're still at 85%. You are stuck doing a show, dude.
Let me see.
No fireworks for you.
Our neighbor, if he lights them off, it'll be right in front of our house. So
but there's 14% that said no.
Who said no?
I don't know.
I told you I did. Wild said I wasn't going to.
Sometimes women aren't hungry, they're just bitchy. Ooh.
No, but you know what? You can always check by throwing food at us. It might work.
I mean, it likely will.
Yep.
We like food.
It's always like that. Nobody ever gives me a thumbs up. I don't know.
They always wait till the end, and then like I see it shoots up like it, or at least that's what happened last time.
It's fine. I'm not gonna do the whole number one vape show.
All right, be nice. I'm the evil one.
Oh, you're the evil one? Okay,
I need another drink though to get my evil on.
Oh, that's right. They're not doing a show until after the new year, so.
Yeah,
I think I got demodded from that channel. To be honest
technically, though, no woman just wants a steak. What we want is a steak, and then French fries from this restaurant, and then the broccoli and cheese casserole from this other restaurant, but I want the rolls from this so yeah, you have to get like a smorgasbord of different
Is Scuba taking the piss much? Wow, that's all I'm gonna say. I wasn't gonna dadgum. Revolting on me. I'm just saying that I think I got demodded, and I'm like, why? I didn't do anything to get my mod status taken away, but hey,
is there more drama than the last time?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Okay. I think that's, what's so weird about that, right?
Another beverage time.
So that happened, and then I posted on my page about it. Then a week later, Vic asked to be my friend on Facebook. Then they did one more show, and I went in there, but I didn't say anything. But usually it shows you got a wrench. It'll show that you have a wrench. And it no longer had a wrench beside my name. And I'm like, guess they demodded me.
I don't see your wrench unless I type something.
Oh, well, I didn't type. So maybe I still have it. I don't know. I could be completely off on that.
Maybe just being a catty bitch.
I'm not being catty. I mean, like somebody said, Aiden gets that way when he's been drinking. That's fine. I drink all the time, and I don't say stuff like that about folks.
I do.
I do.
Sugar Plum Fairy, load gin. I don't have gin. All right.
Yeah, we got some of those Bartesian drinking calendars, and
John Q, it really is. Okay. You know what? I want to bring up some drama. Do I need to bring? I don't want to, but I'm going to. We got unwrenched on a channel that we were very much a part of from its inception, and the thing was, it was like it was one thing for us to not be casters anymore. Like, I mean, we were just stretching ourselves too thin, and something had to go, and that particular show had the least amount of viewership, and so we decided that was the show that needed to drop, just because we just something had to get right. And I made a post about it on our little mod group, right? Our little administrator group or whatever. And I was like, look, I know that this may affect our mod status, but I was like, we really hope to be able to come back and come back later. We just really need some time, and we really appreciate it. Well, nobody said anything. Everybody's like, no problem, we got you. Thanks for letting us know. And kind of like that was it, right? And so then I kind of went and did my thing for a couple weeks because I enjoyed having this one extra night a week off, right? And I decided to go in to a show one day, and all of a sudden, not only because there's a level there was a level of being casters, and there's a level of just being moderators. And we had not only been kicked out of the casters level, we had been kicked out of the moderators level, and nobody said anything to us.
I think that's that's the whole thing with networks, which we've all come to realize is, they have their own little set of rules, and if you're not doing a show, you can no longer be a moderator. And I don't know who decides to make these stupid rules. And
I don't know. It was made by the people there that we thought were our friends. That was really what it came down to.
That's what
people that we thought were our friends.
They're supposed to be your friends, not be like, no, this is business. You have to be demodded because you're not doing a show, so we got to take your mod status away.
Yeah, and I was just like, it was just so insulting that they did that to us, just demoted us down to viewers, and we had been there since the inception of the channel. But then to turn around and actually a couple weeks later, somebody else that we know had stopped doing a show, but they didn't demod her.
Oh.
And I said, excuse me, what the fuck?
I think I recall this.
Mm-hmm. And then that resulted in the one person was like, fine, whatever. And then she turned around and not only demodded, but then blocked my friend.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, okay, now you've just taken it too far.
Wow.
Cannot handle this. I have been exactly, Dolores. I mean, we were there, we were supportive, and for them to just strip us of our credentials without even saying anything, that was a thing. At least come to us and be like, well, hey, we're gonna.
That whole thing turned really weird, though. I don't know. I don't know what happened with
even
those people.
Even if that.
Oh yeah, the show shut down. I mean, the whole channel shut down shortly after that. So yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like the whole thing. It's like it just you had the one issue with the fake guy, and then you had another issue with the guy that spent other people's money, and it just like that got the ball rolling, and it turned into nothing but a shit show, and just the pettiness I didn't understand, and it's like I must be missing a lot of shit going on in the background because I don't see where any of this is coming from. And yeah,
and Dolores, you were absolutely right. There were 4 people who were jointly owned the channel, and one of them specifically
wasn't.
No,
Scott.
It wasn't VU actually.
Amazingly enough, no.
It wasn't VU.
VU, no, they just deleted all my videos.
But it was but yeah, the 4 people who jointly owned this channel, not all of them, but one of them in specifically just really did, like they just let this minute amount of power go to their head.
Know what? I know there's 2 possible people, and to be honest with you, I don't know which one you're talking about because it was both of them.
I was gonna say, say vaping all of a sudden became legal, and they started doing
knows who it is.
shows again and networks. I don't think I would be the loner. I would be doing my own thing and be like, y'all can have y'all's networks. You can get all your people together because I'm going to watch every one of them crash and burn like it has since the beginning of vaping. It's going to keep, and since the beginning of time, really. Because it's not just with vaping, it's with anything. They're all like that. Abuse and want for more power, or this guy's not my friend, y'all should do something about it. It just ends in a lot of crap.
Yeah, I
always.
Well, what always got me, right, though, and it was the same for all the networks. All of them.
All the networks? Oh.
All the networks. Where they call themselves network owners, and it's like, would you want a fucking cookie that you paid $12 for a website name on a website hosted by somebody else?
I think you own.
Right. Well, you think you're fucking NBC or something? I don't understand. Like, yeah, it's stupid. It's stupid.
Jen, I like the way you do pay now. Easy peasy. Oh, you got an easy click to pay now? That's cool.
Do what? No. I
Woo! Oh God.
It's yes, I invoice you after the fact. We don't have a credit card gateway on our website anymore.
Oh, okay.
So you place the order, and then I get the order, and then I email you an invoice.
How far did you get in your calendar, dear? Did you get the old-fashioned?
No, I did not. There's an old-fashioned in there. The old-fashioned that I had never tastes good to me. It's strong.
This bitch is strong. It's just like straight whiskey with some spice in it.
Yeah. The old-fashions are strong.
Yeah, this is basically just fucking Jack Daniels.
I thought you were going to say, I thought you were asking me about work. How far did you get along today? Well, how are they going to send me 8 orders at like 2 or 3 in the afternoon? I'm like, are you serious right now? Nothing all morning. I'm just sitting around going, well, I guess then bam, 8 of them in a row. I'm like, are y'all kidding me? Well, whatever you don't get done today, because, I think we're off until the beginning of the year. So it's like, okay. Hey, Breeze.
Hey. There's a poll, Breeze.
Hello, Linda.
You need to participate in it.
There's a poll. Yeah, there's a poll, Breeze. You don't have to dance on it. Just vote on it.
You have to vote and say whether or not you would be here if they did a New Year's Eve show, which would be Sunday night.
It'll be a long show. I'm guessing.
What do you mean it'd be a long show? Nobody said we had to come on at 8.
Oh.
I mean, she already voted. She's like, yes.
Because
here's the thing, right? I love people as much as the next person.
No, you are the opposite.
I'm not going out on New Year's Eve. Why would I leave my house and pay extra money to drink someone else's alcohol and risk it and pulled over on the way home? No, and be with people. Like we had somebody show up today, right? And I didn't get to say anything to Jeff, but she comes in and she's walking at me and I'm like, I know this bitch is not coming in for a hug, right? I know who she is.
Do the countdown for every time zone? I mean,
maybe one or two, but
I remember. You know what? I remember New Year's Eve, 1999, when it was flipping over 2000.
Everybody thought shit was gonna.
Right. But they were having we were watching this one channel all day because they actually their footage would change every hour to every celebration around the world. They started in New Zealand and then did every single hour all the way across Europe and into the States for every New Year celebration.
Of course, I
didn't see the States because I was out partying. But
I've never heard of. They're doing a crab pot drop here in Hampton.
Yes, because the football team is the Hampton Crabbers, so they.
I had no idea. Pot. The Hampton Crabbers, seriously? Oh,
well, we're right on the water. I mean, there's.
Well, why would they call their football team the Crabbers?
I don't know.
Do they play against the Shrimps?
I missed that question. Let me answer Red's question. Red, there's nothing in there that's going to hurt you. That's fine. I mean, if anything, it just taste it. If it doesn't taste right, then it's, but there's nothing in there that's going to hurt you.
It tasted fine to me.
Okay. She said she's got a big unopened bottle.
Okay, Breeze. Yeah, I might get.
A big unopened bottle of what?
Fluffermint. It's basically marshmallow mint, marshmallow peppermint, and like I said, if it's not going to hurt you, it may not take it. It probably will taste fine.
I still have a one of the liter bottles of Nilla Nuts from 2000 and was it 2016?
Are you kidding me? I still got the big jug.
Tastes exactly the same.
I mean, some places will tell you that you shouldn't vape it after I think it's like a year in
it
plastic or 2 years in glass or something like that.
Well, the nicotine level
the nicotine may dissipate, so you may not get the same nicotine satisfaction. But nothing goes bad in it. Okay, nothing will go bad.
No, you can't see it. All right, I'll stand up. No, damn it! Why does it keep disappearing, motherfucker?
Oh, I had to stop getting. You know what? I don't use those anymore because we were having all the supply chain issues.
Yeah.
My bottle store had those on back order for
limited edition. That's why it's a limited edition.
Where is the born? Because can you see it?
Yeah, we see it.
No, the born on date. August 15th, 2016.
Nice. Nice.
That's well steeped. Man, that's good stuff right there. Oh, that's what I was going to say. You were talking about paying...
Still smells. I mean...
You were talking about paying for drinks somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
Why would you go out? Okay. The same thing goes with the brisket, right? You can go out and buy brisket at a restaurant, but usually you get 2 or 3 slices. And that brisket's every bit as good as what I could get at a restaurant, and we have a lot of it.
Yeah.
Well, not anymore because we ate 90% of it, but it's really good. Yeah, I'd
have to climb up on the desk to show my knees, Tony.
To show your knees?
Yeah. It's the elbows you got to watch out for.
She can't even get on the desk unless she's got a step stool.
Have a chair.
Speaking of which, Shane is coming back, and Shane and Will is going to be doing their show again starting on the 2nd of January. Yeah,
good.
boy.
I can go troll them.
Yes, we must troll.
I'm not allowed. I can't troll anybody in the show that you do with Linda and what's his
with
face?
Sean.
Because Tony's always like, "This is a serious show," and now I will troll the shit out of Will and Shane. The cult leader himself.
Wait. Who's got the question? And why is that poll staring at me in the face? I can't make the poll move away.
Yeah, Red.
It was like, wait, what show?
It's marshmallow and peppermint, and there's nothing in there that's and you've had it in the fridge too. So like, I bet that even the nicotine hasn't broken down.
Worst case scenario is not going to taste good.
Shane, you better get that brisket ready because I have every intention on coming to Fly It for Gage.
I mean, I've had some that after 6 months it tasted like shit, and I was going through when we were moving. I found a bottle of e-cig Outpost blueberry yogurt of Steve's that was still clear and still I vaped it. I messaged him and sent Tony a picture of that bottle, and I was like, it still tastes like the day you made it. And he's like, holy shit, how old is that?
It was very old.
Very old.
But it's still, and I agree. I vaped it too. I was like, holy crap, it tastes like it just got made.
Yeah.
What the heck, man? Awesome. Some juices are like that. And
it has to do with the flavors too. Like some flavorings just change over time. And some don't. Like fruit flavors, you're good. Like totally, you're good. Fruit flavors will last forever.
Yeah.
And they don't change. And
like I made the cannoli B1, and I made a 500 ml bottle of that. I couldn't even get it through it before all the flavors changed, and it lost its flavor.
Yes, Forgetful Red. I can do anything I want now.
Cherokee, of course I could. Why would you want to send me a brisket?
I can do Vulcanberry Dyer.
You want me to cook it, then send it back to you? Are you serious, Cherokee?
I'm sorry, Linda.
I could definitely smoke that son of a gun.
I'm surprised me and Scuba don't, because all of the children were sick when they came over on Christmas Eve, and I did not spray them in the face with Lysol.
I don't think it's had enough time to incubate. If we're going to get sick... I
did spray some stuff after they left and washed my hands, but they weren't really touching all over things either. Hey, Walter, how you doing?
Oh, I do have a project that I'm going to start doing here...
My car?
Soon. Well, besides your car. You're spending up all the damn money that was going to be used to fix the car.
I still have the money. That's for the car. I have spent what I'm going to spend on Christmas. The rest is
I can.
Buffering.
Vulcanberry's not good over time. I don't know. I noted.
So I found a guy on Facebook that was making now there's a lot of LED lights that you can get for your paramotor, et cetera, et cetera. This particular one, there's a place that sells a light set. They literally want almost $400 for the light set. That's a little expensive. If it was like $200 maybe, but $400, come on, dude. So anyways, this guy gave me basically all the plans and what I need to buy to make my own LED light show on my paramotor. So I'm going to be building that. And if one of the other guys that fly wants the plans, I can get it for you too. I'll build mine, and if you like it, then you can decide. And I'll tell you what you need and how to do it and all that good stuff. You can show the flag or whatever you want on the LEDs. The main thing with the LEDs is most of the time,
I don't think that would fit, Cherokee.
They only show forward or backwards. You need some kind of diffuser so it shows around the back and the front. That way planes can see you from behind and in front. Did
you see what Cherokee said?
What did Cherokee? Scuba.
It's a 50-pound full brisket. That won't fit in the smoke.
Yeah, the 50. Dude,
unless he takes out all the racks and finds a way to hang it. But
I had a 13-pound that I had to squish to get in there. 50 pounds.
It was all splatted up against the glass door.
It was like, help me. I had to tuck it in. I was like, all right, it's fitting now. But it did shrink down. Then it fit fine. Once you cook it for a while, it shrinks down some. 50 pounds. Damn. How big was the freaking cow? It's a full packer brisket. I can't even imagine. What the hell? Was that a 10-foot tall cow? Yeah, it's a well, Scott, I say it's a pellet smoker, but it really runs off wood chips. Because it doesn't have an auger. Mine does not have an auger, so. And it's electric smoker. I have a regular grill with a side smoker on it, but I rarely use that thing just because the temperature's so hard to keep steady on it. So I wanted
I don't believe you've ever tried to smoke anything in that.
I have. It wasn't here though.
We bought that when you moved here. So you couldn't have tried to smoke any of it anywhere else.
I have one just like it. And
okay.
Yeah. Does that? Yeah, this one does have the one that we have now.
Dude, that doesn't sound good.
I'm pretty sure it has a smoker on it. If I
it
haven't
does.
tried
It's got the smoker box on the side.
Well, I don't know why I didn't try it.
I don't know.
Well, darn. Maybe I will, but you still ain't gonna fit no 50-pound brisket in there.
No.
Good Lord.
Well, I mean, you don't have to put. You can use the smoker box on the side for your wood chips and put it in the main.
Yeah. Oh, we got plenty of wood around here. That's for sure. Hey, 20%.
My link didn't go. Oh, I have to put the S in there, don't I? Oh, okay. Let's try that again.
There you go. Well, I see it now. I love smoked salmon. You know what I saw somebody do, and I did not know that was a thing? Salmon.
What?
Yeah. Smoked cream cheese.
You could smoke anything. The cheese we got from the farmer's market is smoked Swiss.
I watched these guys take 3 bars of cream cheese.
Not an accident, Red.
They cut diagonal slices in it, and then they put spices on top and put it in a smoker. And it looked freaking delicious. I was like,
didn't work either. Why is my links not working?
I need to try that. Smoked cream cheese. That sounds like that would be good. You can smoke any kind of cheese.
It works for me.
I'm not seeing an active.
Yeah,
I'm down to try it. How you know?
Yeah. The first part of it's definitely a link.
Huh. It's not for me. That's weird.
And John Q, he can keep it up because it only benefits me. And the good thing is once we eat all the junk food in the house,
smoked cheese, she makes you look bad.
Smoked meat and cheeses are definitely keto. So.
Smoked wheat, it tastes good after. It all tastes good after.
Speaking of, my old coworker brought me my Christmas present. She got me
Do you have it there?
Infused taco seasoning.
Infused?
Yes.
Infused like with weed?
Yes.
Weed tacos?
Exactly. Taco seasoning with 160 milligrams or something.
150 milligrams.
I'm scared to even try one of those.
Skipping the middle part in there. You're like skipping the middle part, just going straight to the munchies.
I just don't even know. It's like, something like that would really hit me hard. I'm guessing up. It's kind of showing up. I see the 5 leaves. Yes.
Yeah.
Route 420. There you go.
So it was on my desk, right? And my boss comes in and picks it up and goes, "What's that?" And then he goes,
"Please go live if you do." Red, you don't want to see me like
seasoning?
that.
And I was like,
totally want to see you like that. Okay, I've seen you drunk. I need to see you stoned.
It is, Creed. Yeah.
King Cobra, that's awesome. Yeah, that I didn't even think about that, but I'm glad you caught it.
So, yeah. Yeah, my boss was like, is that weed taco seasoning? I was like, yeah, it is. They can do that? Yeah, they can.
They can pretty much make whatever they want now.
Giving him a little education on what you can do with edibles. And he's like, so are you going to go home and make tacos? And I'm like, absolutely fucking not. I got plans.
I thought and I had thought that this was a Georgia thing, but it turns out it's just a Gwinnett County thing. So weed is not legal in Georgia, but in Gwinnett County, it's still not legal, but they have decriminalized it.
Oh, that's
which
cool.
Basically means that if you get caught with it, it's like getting a speeding ticket. It's like it's just a ticket.
That's what it was here first.
And apparently that's only in Gwinnett County. I thought that was Georgia wide, but it turns out that's just Gwinnett County. And I tell you what, people take advantage of it because I smell weed everywhere.
Oh,
Oh my
it
God.
went
I
from
smell it everywhere.
you would
I
only
smell it
smell
here
it every
at
now
work.
and then.
I smell it in my
Yeah.
neighborhood. I smell it when I'm driving down the road in my car. Like there are people smoking weed in the cars around me. Like
Everywhere.
I smell it every.
They'll still take your weed and give you a ticket, but here,
Right, but that's just it. It's ticket. You don't go to jail.
Yeah, I mean here it's everywhere. I mean everywhere.
yeah.
Somebody walked in my office the other day. I work for an attorney, and I caught a contact buzz just standing next to the guy because I was like, God damn.
Will,
strong.
I'm not a big fan of it either. Sometimes I have to go, is that a skunk? And then I'm like,
I don't like the
no,
smell of
it's
it
weed.
being
It's not a
smoked in
skunk.
my house. I don't. Just
Look,
because it's the
skunk
smoke
weed.
part, I don't like it.
I have lived in Gwinnett County my whole life. Okay. And I know that they exist out there, but
I
I've
love
never
the smell
actually
of it too.
smelled a skunk.
Mhm.
Not here in this suburban area. Okay. I've smelled them out in the woods, like way up north, and I've smelled them way up, especially like Pennsylvania. They're all over the place, right? But just over the last few years, it's like the skunks are either invading,
Right. Yeah.
or
They
everybody
should be everywhere.
We have skunks every mile
Yeah.
on the road now. You can't even go
I mean,
down
you
the
can
road without
smell
going,
it driving down
"Whoa."
the interstate.
Yeah.
You're like,
It's crazy.
People are smoking in their cars, and I
Once they
don't get
got
that.
which
legalized
that
here,
is not legal here. You're
they
not
went
supposed to be
nuts.
smoking in your car.
They went nuts. It's like everybody.
It's got an open container law, just like it does for alcohol. So no
90%.
half burnt packed bowls or half a joint.
I think it's legal in there's zones.
Mhm.
There are brothels that are legal.
Smoke skunk.
Yeah, just can't be out
as
on
far as that goes, the last
They can't
edible
be
that we
walking the
had
street.
was that brownie or whatever. That messed me up bad.
Mhm.
That one. Did we even know? I know the one Katie gave me. I had no freaking idea till
No, that one that you ate of Katie's, that was a complete surprise because all you heard was brownie.
Yeah, do you
You're
want
like,
a brownie?
brownie.
I was like, heck yeah, I want a brownie. And I ate the whole brownie real quick. And an hour later, I was like, whoa. I was washing my hands in the sink, and that's when it hit me. And I was like, whoa. Did the world just spin or something? Yeah, it was. That thing
I
hit
did
me
not
hard.
realize how long it would take to hit, because I had an edible one time.
Mhm.
And it was actually my one of my best friends. Her father had passed away. We were having a celebration of life at her mother's house, and her mother's sister had come in from California, and she had brought some gummies with her.
Mhm.
And I'd never tried one. And I was like, do I want to? Do I not want to? I don't know. Maybe I should. Maybe I shouldn't. And I was like, David, do you want to try one? He was like, no. He's like, you go ahead. And I'm like, I don't know. Because I never cared for it. I really didn't. I was not a weed person when I was a teenager. I didn't care for it. It just kind of made me stupid, and I didn't like it.
Still is way too fucking strong.
I didn't care for it. And so I was kind of like, do I want to try it? I don't know. And so what he did is he went and he talked to my friend's mother's sister, and he got the gummy from her, and he put it in his mouth, and he came over and he kissed me, and he shoved it in my mouth. He was like, there, just do it. And I was like,
wow.
all right. Like 2 hours go by, and I'm feeling like nothing, right? My friend comes up to me, she's like, you feel that thing? I was like, no. I was like, nothing. I was like, it's fine. I was like, I guess it didn't affect me. She's like, oh, that sucks, well, it happens. And then so I'm talking to, she has 3 daughters. I'm talking to her middle daughter, and she had been dating a guy for a while, and nobody had met him. So it was kind of like, what's wrong with him? Like, why nobody meet him yet?
Why are you hiding him?
And yeah, what you hiding, right? And so I was just like, kind of just like busting her balls, giving her some shit, and she kind of got offended and started onto this soliloquy of why she gets to decide when she's going to bring this man and meet her family.
Halfway through her thing,
that was the moment that it kicked in. So I'm sitting here like fucking with her, and she starts kind of, like I said, I mean, she wasn't yelling at me or anything, but she was just overly explaining why she felt she had the right to not bring this man around to meet her family, and was really sensitive about it and got really offended about it. And I'm sitting here going, oh shit, she's upset.
That just got your blood flowing.
Must be really something wrong with him.
As soon as your blood got flowing, that's when it was like, bingo, here it comes.
Yeah, because I've got some chocolate in the fridge, same coworker gave me. And I cut chunks of it, right? And we took it. And he was playing video games, right? I'm sitting in my chair, just pleasantly stoned out of my mind, right? The new stuff is so strong, it, like somebody said, it gives them anxiety. I have a heart murmur, so every once in a while it skips a beat, which is noticeably more concerning when you're high. And then you're sitting there doing one of these things because your heart is beating fast anyway, and it just gives me anxiety. But that was pleasant. I wasn't dealing with any of that part. I was just sitting in my chair, just happy. And he's like, I don't feel anything. And then he got up. It was like, whoa, there it is. There it is. I'm going to sit back down again.
110 pounds.
I felt so bad, because poor Samantha, and, and like, I wasn't trying to insult her or upset her or anything. I was just busting her balls a little bit, and I've met, for the record, I have met
clearly
Mitch.
There was something wrong with him.
No, I've met Mitch. They've gotten married. They're having a baby. Like, he's super awesome. He's a graphic designer, and they just bought a house together. And he's awesome. Like, he's great.
So maybe she didn't want to subject her family to him, or him to her family.
Well, I mean,
something's wrong with somebody.
See what
it just
see
took
what
her
Tony
a while
said?
No, what'd he say?
I don't know.
When you're super high, when you eat baby food and saying that's the best apples and peas I've ever had.
No, Tony, if you want to eat the baby food, go for the bananas. They're the bomb diggity. Yeah.
The plum is good too. I like the plum.
I've seen old people hurl projectile vomit plums at me, so I'll pass on the plums and prunes.
Oh my.
No, any baby food, there's no way I could eat
the
that.
Bananas, you could. Trust me, you could. They're delicious.
And the apples are just like applesauce. I mean,
I don't like the feeling of being high or whatever, because it makes me feel out of control, and I don't like that feeling whatsoever.
But you'll get so drunk you can't stand up?
That's fine. I still feel I think in my mind that I have control.
My brain
thinks he's Thor in his mind.
Yeah.
Right. Now, last time not the last time, one of the first times that I caved with Patrick is when he was still in Georgia. Is when you and Vic and all of them did the build off, right? And this is how fucked up I was. I was so paranoid. I was like, Patrick, is the door locked? And he's like, yeah, why? And I'm like, if somebody comes to the door, you've got to answer it because I can't get up. I can't see people right now, right? So his show started. I'm chatting with Tony on Facebook. Dumbass, right? And he's like, get on camera. I want to see it. And I'm like, no, dude. So I'm like craning my neck trying to watch his show over the top of my couch with an iPad in my hand. And it never occurred to me for the whole 2-3 hours that I could watch the show on my iPad. No, instead, I'm freaking myself out my watch was beeping at me saying we've detected an unusually high heartbeat with no activity. Do we need to call 911? Like, I'm fine. Shh. Don't call the police on me, please.
Don't knock me out, dude.
You rat.
That was
it was bad.
That was the other thing that made me laugh. I was wearing my iWatch, and when I landed on the paramotor, my watch dinged and said, "It seems like you've suffered a great fall. Do we need to call 911?" I was like, Damn, it wasn't that bad of a landing. What the hell?
At least you know the watch is looking out for you.
The watch will definitely let you know. Hey, if your watch dings at you, that was a rough landing. I'm just saying.
Ding, you good? Yeah, I'm good.
Hey, Silent, how you doing, bud? Your music's getting better, Silent. Definitely getting better, man.
The edibles are way too much for me. I'm still used to weed that tastes like the laundry products it was shipped in. I can't. This new stuff with names and crystals, and I can't.
And that was the thing. Once it hit me, I didn't like it. Like, I was kind of okay with it for like 10 minutes, and then I was like, no, I'm kind of done now. And
that's when you just go find snacks and eat it.
I would be honest with you. This is way too much information, but I'm going to tell you
back then, Silent.
When I was a teenager and I was experimenting like you do, I was a little nervous to take acid because I didn't care for pot, right? And so, like, if I got stoned and I didn't like it, and it was like, oh man, I'm stoned and I really don't like this, and now I have to wait for the, I have to wait
longer. Yeah.
And I was like, what if I take it and I don't like it and I'm stuck there for 8 hours?
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't have that problem with
acid. Shrooms are much better. Shrooms are much better.
I didn't have a problem with acid.
After the introduction to mushrooms, I will never go back to acid again.
Never tried acid. Don't have a desire to ever want to do acid.
You did try the shrooms, and so imagine that, but like grinding your teeth the whole time. It's not pleasant.
Grinding your teeth. What the hell?
Yeah. You tend to clench your jaw a lot whenever you don't realize you're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But that is, I thought, was a result of the strychnine. And you get the stuff that doesn't have the strychnine in it. So
but you got to trust the drug dealer to go, no, this is strychnine free.
Right. Okay. Well, usually the ones on the paper, the ones that was on paper, that it happened, like that was just a chemical reaction of the paper.
There you go, Silent.
The sugar cubes were the best way to go because there's strychnine in that.
Yeah, I like the shrooms. Those were interesting. Made me laugh.
You're getting an education tonight, Will.
Well, I mean, I'm just this is just like my experience from like the 80s. Okay,
cheddar
like
cheese popcorn is your friend, Creed. I'm just saying.
I have not done anything. Well, I mean, obviously I have, because I just told you I had an edible. Fred's dad passed away, but
Scuba looks like he did all the shrooms. Really? No, man. Silent. Come on. I think we are a bunch of 80s folks. I think the 80s was our time. We're way past our time now, I think.
Hey, now. 50 and fabulous, bitch.
Yeah, Walter, did they... I know that they're planning to ban everything in Australia. I don't know how far along that's gotten, and if I could do anything, signing partitions. Oh my gosh, I'm thinking about work. Petitions.
Real estate on the brain.
Did you read
what?
I just said my first time. Someone said they thought I had died. I couldn't understand why I couldn't see myself. I wanted to see what a dead person looked like. What were you high on? That's some good shit.
Didn't y'all hot box a Volkswagen Bug with all y'all in it?
You're 63, so the 70s was your time, Creed? Yeah. It's weird because I never got into music really until I was almost out of high school. And I kept seeing, all the teenage kids would... Jen will know this reference because all the kids would pull up to school with 96 Rock license plates on their car.
Yes.
Oh my God. And I was like, the hell is 96 Rock? And it's a radio station, dude. I was like, oh,
it's because you listen to rap because you're a weirdo.
You didn't know 96 Rock?
No, I never really got into music until the later part of school. I just did.
So, and here's the thing. I want to address Silent Nine. Silent Nine says he's 25. Or she. I'm not sure if it's he.
No, it's a he. It's a he.
He, okay. So Silent Nine says he's 25. And, here's the thing. I feel for you guys. I really feel for you guys because...
Yeah, don't do that, Silent.
It's not as fun now as it was back then. Back then
people keep adding weird
shit. I mean, you have to worry about fentanyl being added to things. You have to worry about, you have to worry, like if you buy the crap and it could be deadly. That wasn't a thing back when we were teenagers. Like it just wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
You went to go buy your drugs and you got
drugs. If anything, and like the whole fentanyl thing, that's not people adding it intentionally. That it's cross contamination.
Silent, I'm surprised they didn't offer to braid your hair.
Because, that literally wasn't something that happened back then. At worst, you'd get diarrhea because they cut it with laxative.
I know, but
maybe aspirin.
Steve, it just happened here. Remember, Will Henry's, the bar Will Henry's.
Yeah.
They just recently had to shut it down because somebody was dealing cocaine and it was laced with fentanyl, and 8 people overdosed in the parking lot.
Dadgum.
Yeah.
I swear.
I think one person died, actually. Yeah. I'd have to look up the article. But yeah, I got all these notifications. People said, what's going on at Will Henry's? They had the whole intersection shut down. And 8 people OD'd at Will Henry's.
Do y'all remember mini thins? You used to be able to get them at the gas station or the 7-Eleven. And no ID, just I want a Yoo-hoo and some mini thins. And they're like, here you go. And a bunch of middle schoolers are out there on speed.
Oh, you know what's cool about the hot tub?
The White Crosses?
Mm-hmm.
The hot tub, wasn't running for 2 months at least, I'm guessing, because the breaker kept tripping. So I said, screw it. So the temperature got down to 50 degrees water out there. The good thing about that is I was like, you know what? We're going to get the hot tub going again. So I took the cover off. The water was still clear. It hadn't turned green or anything like that because no sunlight gets in there. So I was like, cool. So I threw some shock in there, ran it. I added some baking soda and some magnesium oxide to bring the pH and the alkalinity up.
See, that's so stupid though, Dyer thing. Why would you want to kill your potential clients, even if it's accidental?
I changed the filter, even though the other filter wasn't even dirty. I changed the filter out anyway.
I guess that they think it makes it better, but if it's just gonna, it takes so little fentanyl.
They're 2 different things. Well, don't put a downer in my cocaine.
Right.
I'm with you, Harry.
Don't do that.
I don't mind drinking, but I just
That's not what I want.
I'm not into the drug thing. I had enough of those when I was a teenager, and I told myself, I was like, I'm never going to do this again, and I just don't. I just don't do it.
Yeah,
I haven't done it no.
Edible I could understand, but anything hardcore I wouldn't.
Well, weed hardly counts anymore, but I don't. It's too risky with shit nowadays, and you can't really adulterate weed too much.
Hell, if Willie Nelson can live that long doing it as much as he does, then it must be not bad for you, is what I'm thinking. That man is old as dirt, and he's still he can outsmoke Snoop Dogg. So Willie's
he did outsmoke Snoop Dogg.
He is the king.
Yeah, Snoop flat out. Yeah, he made the big announcement. He's still gonna do edibles, but he said he's gonna quit smoking.
He did not quit. He said that, but he didn't. That lasted 24 hours. He said I was high when I said that.
he said I'm not going up against Willie.
Yeah, he said he will. Willie Nelson's the only person that outsmoked him, and Toby Keith has a song called "I'll Never Smoke Weed with Willie Again." So. Apparently, Willie gets around. Willie Nelson probably.
There's no telling.
Probably up there with him.
I was surprised that the White House is so small.
Well, it's only small above ground. There's a lot of it underground.
Yeah, I realize that there's a lot underground, but from the news, when you see it, you're like, wow, that's huge. That's an awesome place. Then you go there and you're like, that's just a normal White House. It's a big house.
It's a little bit bigger than a normal White House.
It's a little bigger.
They got black squirrels there.
Oh, that freaked me out. I've never seen a black squirrel till we went to D.C. I was like, is that a damn black squirrel?
Yeah, it's probably not a good idea to holler, oh, look, it's black when you're standing outside of the White House.
I did.
I had to abruptly
like,
holler, "It's a squirrel! It's a squirrel!" Look, a black
There
squirrel.
was an albino one in Norcross. I kept because I
have not
worked
seen.
at Rock 10.
Yeah, like in Georgia, all we
in
see
Norcross.
there is gray squirrels. I'm surprised she saw. I've never seen an albino one down there.
He was beautiful. I'm surprised and he lasted like a good 2-3 years too. Because I'd see him in the spring and the summer and the fall. I guess he hibernated in the winter, but yeah, I would see this little albino squirrel when I would go to work when I worked at Rock 10 in the little Norcross Square. You know where that is.
Yeah. But just
Smokeless
imagine
fire
seeing
pit. I wonder if that's any
solid
cheaper than the ones that we've been
black
looking at.
squirrel. I was like, damn, is that a black
Yes, the little red squirrels that have the little tufted ears. I want those.
Yeah, those are cool looking.
Roll me up and smoke me when I die. I heard that the other day.
I love the Snoop
Did
ad.
you say that he's got a smokeless fire pit? I wonder if it's cheaper than the one we were looking at.
They've got so
whatever
many
it's called.
versions of them, but the patented ones that only a couple of companies make, they're expensive, man. And they got the best design, so that's why they can charge that much.
I don't know if we did or not, Kramer. I didn't see us die, so.
Yeah, the Solo, that's one of them, Red. The Solo is expensive. The bigger one, if you want a big one, then you're gonna pay big dollars too, for something that you're not gonna, unless you have a place to entertain and people that come over. I don't think it's worth it. If it's just a couple people, then you could probably get away with a smaller one and be fine.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, the Snoop stove is a Solo.
It's really? It's a Solo?
$350. It's the Bonfire 2.0 limited edition.
Is it 19 inches?
It says SD on the front with little paw prints. And
Okay.
you get a hat that says "Going Smokeless."
$250 is the normal price, but is it a 19 inch or is it 21 inches? If it's 21, then that's worth getting.
Well,
Yes, Cloud Chucker, Modern Warfare 3 is the one with zombies. I'm waiting for you, dude. I got all the plans, all of them on my character right now. But if you wait too long, I won't have them anymore because I'm going to swap that stuff out.
it doesn't say. I don't see. Oh, it's sold out, so never mind.
It's sold out. Everybody wanted a Snoop Dogg Solo?
Well, it's black instead of stainless, and it's got the SD with paw prints on it, and you get a free bucket hat that says "Going Smokeless."
Aw, man. We missed out on the Snoop Diggity Dog smoker. All right. Well, that's the way it goes. Scuba's comparing sizes again. RS. Dadgummit. It's good to see you in RS. We have to check up on you, once a week. You got to bring your tail in here, so, got to check up on
Catch me
you.
one and send it here, Linda. I want a black squirrel.
Yeah, people can.
My neighbor, John Q, used to trap the squirrels and relocate them. And I'm like, well, where are you taking them?
Saw that in DC? That's not
Just
that far
one,
from you.
but they're not here.
Yeah, they're not.
I don't know where the line is where they're like, yeah, no, sorry, we're not going south of Richmond. I don't
We're
know.
not crossing that Mason-Dixon line.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, that's technically in Maryland. We're below that, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that was my first time going to DC, and then when I saw the black squirrel, that blew my mind. I was like, what the hell, man?
They're so cute. Yeah, my neighbor used to relocate squirrels to the end of the street, and I'm like,
I
okay,
like the
first
red
of all,
ones with the big
they're
ears.
going to come back, and even if they don't, all you're doing is creating a vacancy for more squirrels.
Yeah, I
Oh,
like
we
that.
all
Damn,
died.
everybody dies, man. Y'all can't rob me. What the hell? Everybody dies. I think Dire Thing's got it rigged to always die when you try to rob me.
Dead again. Yep.
You all succumb to the scuba cough.
Oh, the scuba cough. That's something serious right there. Oh, my God. I never want to be that sick ever again.
I don't either, because you kept falling out on me in the middle of McDonald's.
I didn't know.
Is that the time that you passed out and like broke your nose or something?
Yes.
Exactly. I didn't know that the vagus nerve was a thing. I didn't know that you could make yourself pass out. I thought I was fine. Boom.
We had
out,
them
man.
in our attic, Tony, and we accidentally killed them. Not all of them, but one of them got
Tony,
stuck in the exhaust fan.
You can have sugar gliders. They're not
Same
squirrels,
thing, pretty much.
but they're kind of like squirrels, and they
They
fly.
look just like squirrels.
Them things are nocturnal, and they stay up all night and keep you up all night. So.
And they get really pissed off when you come up and shake their bag during the day while they're sleeping, and they go and yell at you. Or so I've heard.
Yeah.
I had to, because I had to get them out of the bag so I could clean it and feed them, but they'd get really, really pissed off at me. But the noises
sugar gliders?
I used to work at a warehouse that distributed animals for pet stores. So I got to play with the sugar gliders and the rats and the ferrets and guinea pigs and hamsters and gerbils and lizards and snakes and all the things.
I knew a breeder of said sugar gliders, but they live in Alabama. I wouldn't even want to try to ship one of them. I'd have to go pick it up if I was going to get sugar gliders.
Yeah, it's become hard for us to like plan any sort of outing to leave the house because we have two big dogs now.
Nice.
I mean, she's not really that big. She's pretty much stopped growing, but she's still 40 pounds.
Yeah.
And
Timmy!
T-Bolt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that requires basically, I need to get somebody to come over here and stay tonight with my dogs.
Yeah, and so what we did is his mother was like, okay, like we couldn't bring the dogs there before because my asshole son has an asshole dog, and he refused to keep his dog like upstairs or downstairs or just in general away from my dogs.
Wait a second.
While we were there. And it was like, it's a couple of hours, dude. Like, really, you could put your dog up for a couple of hours.
Linda, you just now subscribing? What the hell, Linda?
Walter, it's
so,
what the hell? You just now subscribed?
Anyway, my parents-in-law, David's parents, finally said, you know what? You don't own this house and you don't get to designate who comes here and who doesn't. You need to keep your dog downstairs while, my son visits, and they can bring both of their dogs. So, and my dogs were huge hits with his parents. It was awesome. We drove out to Alabama.
Well, kitties love grandma and grandpa.
Well, we put them both in the back seat, and it was the first time we had them both in the back seat together, and they did really, really well. They were super good the whole way there. And then we got there, and and she, of course, she's nuts. She was so excited, but my mother-in-law kept like antagonizing her, trying to, getting her all excited and playing chase with her around the house and whatnot. And they were they thought she was adorable. But Obi played his part really well because he snuggled with everybody. He just, if you were sitting on the couch, he was jumping up and he was just pushing his whole 80-pound body into you. And, he was all snuggly and everything. And it was funny. My father-in-law at one point, he was sitting on the love seat and Obi had jumped up next to him and he was snuggling with him and he's petting him and he says, how many, I was like,
this is a sugar glider, John Q.
He goes, you wouldn't expect this out of many pit bulls, would you? And I went,
they're all
of them. Yeah. I was like, all of them.
Linda, you can subscribe on your laptop. You can subscribe on your phone. Don't be trying to say, I got a new phone. It don't matter what you subscribe on. You can still subscribe. And Scott, I agree with you. I owned ferrets, and no, I could never get used to the smell. I can't stand the smell.
Even when they're descented, they still are sticky.
I washed the bejesus out of them things,
T-Bolt.
and you just cannot get rid of that smell, no matter how much.
No, but I love the little cat weasels.
They're fun
adorable
to play with, but they stink.
John wants to know if you have the SX Mini Pure Max.
I do. Where is my Pure Max?
I don't know. On the coffee table, I think.
All right. Let me see if I can get a hold of it.
Oh,
well, I mean, Dolores.
T-Bo was saying about how much he missed everybody. I'm like, well, what about me? But he did. He said me up front there. They go, hi, Tim. How you doing?
Ferrets on the East Coast. They're mainly on the West Coast, but even then, they don't. We don't have a huge wild animal population because, people in the United States tend to kill shit because we don't want it in our backyard. Yeah. I disagree with that, but I mean, ask prairie dogs how that whole being wild worked out for them.
We can see him behind you.
Who?
Steve. Like,
oh.
Behind you. Well, not now, but. Oh, okay. Is Tony in here?
I don't think so.
I
mean, there is a Tony.
It's not
dumbass. It's different.
Not
Tony.
Dumbass Tony. Okay. Walter put toe, knee, and I was like, that's that was a dumbass thing. Not dumbass you, Walter.
Apparently, all Tonys are Tony.
Okay, gotcha.
Here is the Pure Max.
Tony, if you get one, get a girl. Probably Dolores, yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much, 48 votes, 85% say yes. I'm thinking, yeah, you're doing a show.
Male prairie dogs can get extremely territorial, and they usually only like one person, and when they bite, it fucking hurts. They can bite down to the bone. So if you get a prairie dog, get a female. They're much more, much friendlier and like everybody.
I like the flavor off of this. Every time I hit this thing, this guy
get a pit bull.
Yeah, I mean, Dolores, we're not going. We'd just be sitting here either watching TV or playing video games. Hey, Addie. Yeah, I'm not going out on New Year's, so
No, we'd rather.
I'll hang out with people and hang out and drink with y'all because I'm not going out in public. Because when I get
like to go out in the neighborhood.
Don't say element. Yeah. Red, I think what's going to happen is the pods are going to become more readily available. Right now, SX Mini's in the process of upgrading all the pods that come out for it. The newer pods are going to have a way to fill it from the side instead of having to take the pod out. So I think once that happens, then they'll spread out a lot more. The problem with most vape shops is they don't carry SX Mini stuff. They're not the big mass, Geek Vape. They don't have distributors like Geek Vape or these other places or Smock.
You have to get them direct, don't you?
Right.
Like, so, I don't even know how you get them.
Yeah.
I don't have any SX Minis.
It's all up to the thing. Yeah. So getting the pods may be tricky at first, but they last. I mean, I'm still on the same pod that I've been using for a while now.
John Aria says, I started getting bad flavor. Did I burn my cotton? What's this thing about hot pods? You might have. What kind of device you're using, John? If you're using a pod system, you very, very well could have burned the cotton and you'll need a new pod. That's just kind of that's just the nature of the beast. That's how they work. Yeah. They burn out and you got to replace them, every couple of weeks, I guess.
These won't fire. If you run out of juice on the Pure Max, it will not fire. So you don't have to worry about it. Will not, like normal pods. When you first put juice in there, you have to wait like 5 minutes for it to wick up before you can vape it. This won't even let you vape it until it's saturated. So once it's saturated, then you can start vaping it. And then if you ever get low on juice, you'll know because it won't vape anymore. You'll be like, what the hell? And then you look and you'll be out of juice. So add more juice.
Oh, I see peeling. All right. So one of my Christmas presents was, I don't know if y'all ladies heard of the baby foot peel thing. That was one of my
So it is working.
Presents.
Wow.
Because my feet are like super dry. And it used to be that I could do the little foot paddle and some lotion and put my socks on once a week and they'd stay smooth. And now they're so dry, I can feel them snagging on the sheets and I cannot.
I hate that. I went and got a pedicure a couple months ago to try to get all that crap off, and they did a decent job, but I need to go back.
I used her feet to sand down some rough spots on my prop. I just took her foot because it's good sandpaper.
You're right in the room next door, right? I can come over and slap you.
She can smack you.
I got one of the baby foot peels, and you basically put your feet in this plastic bag, And it's basically like the cuticle remover liquid, right? You can feel it tingling, and they say it takes about 4 to 6 days, and then it just peels off. And
King Cobra, I don't think it holds more than 2 mils. It's not a lot. The thing about this pod is, though, I can fill this thing up and it lasts a long time. So
I don't know if they're sludgy yet.
Pods like this don't blow through juice like this tank. If I fill it up, I can blow through this in an hour or 2. But this, I don't know. I don't vape it as much, but it's really good. It just depends on how long I'm vaping.
I actually re-wicked this myself. Exactly.
Ooh, you go, girl.
Well, it's dissolving it essentially, but
I'm not giving Munchkin foot care. What?
Right? She's saying she got dry, cracked feet. You are not massaging.
Well, they're not cracked, thankfully. Thankfully, because I've seen. You know what's funny, John Q, is I realized something, right? So I've been wearing knee highs, and I don't know if y'all remember hanging out with your grandmothers, like right when they were hanging out in their house coats and their slippers, they still had on their knee highs or their pantyhose. So I got home from work, I changed clothes, I put on my house clothes, and was too lazy to bend down and take my knee highs off. But when I slid my foot into my slippers, it did none of the skin snagged on my slippers or nothing. And I'm like, well, shit, I think I just figured out a mystery. That's why they didn't take their fucking knee highs off, because they didn't want their dry ass feet snagging on the carpet.
Do you have the bag that it came in? Because Angela's asking what's it called.
I do.
And John Aria, I think it is. It doesn't matter as if you got the Pure Max. This is regular freebase Nick juice in here. This is like 80-20 juice, and it has no problem wicking whatsoever. So yeah, but other pods out there on the market, if you get too thick a VG, it won't wick up correctly, and you'll get dry hits.
Oh, hey, there's a UPS or a package on the porch.
Yeah, that's.
Red, I don't know about you, but my leg hair stopped growing when I started menopause.
Mine did not.
I haven't shaved my legs in years, and there's
mask. What's the brand name at the top? Because
Dermora. Now these are all over Amazon, right? This one was $8, and you get 2 of them, so you can do it twice to each foot. But they're all over.
You put your feet in what looks like a sock that's got all this fluid in there, and you let your foot sit in that thing for like 30 minutes. An hour? Mm-hmm. Okay, an hour. You want Vapor's Bad Boy wants to come on. Really? I can give you a link. Can I joining you? All right. I can try. Hold on a second. I'll get you an invite link.
Well, what if they're like knee socks? I mean, I'm wearing like knee socks. They're like black knee socks.
There's the invite link.
Is that qualified? Is that like an old person? Is that an old person thing, or is that like
I don't know, because my grandma always would wear her knee highs.
These aren't like pantyhose. These are like.
Me too, RS. I still have hairy legs.
Well, they're like. I don't know. They're like.
I got Diet Dr. Pepper right here, John Q.
Tiger, for a while, I did actually just use sandpaper because those little stupid foot paddles they hurt your hand, and they get dirty, and they lose. They're expensive. So I just got sandpaper.
I've seen that.
Tony. I've heard about that, Tony. I don't know if I can handle it because I'm very, very ticklish. I have a hard time getting a pedicure because they sit there and they're scrubbing my feet.
That would be weird. I get sandstone. I got. This rock was in a guy's glider that was flying. This is a gigantic volcanic rock. Munchkin used this to scrub her foot.
It's a big-ass pumice stone.
Yeah, this is very lightweight.
I was like, ooh, give me that.
I was like, you're flying with that rock in your glider? What the hell? I think when he put his glider away, his grill must have dropped this out into it or something. I don't know.
See, I am very... I don't trust those nails places to do a pedicure. I've heard too many horror stories about people getting weird fungal infections in their feet from the baths not being clean, and so, yeah, John wants to know if removing the pod when it's hot, will it mess the temp control up?
No, it will not.
So.
It reads the pod constantly. So when you take it out, put it back in, it's gonna read the pod again, check the resistance, all that good stuff. And as far as if it's the Pure Max, it has different levels. So you got the bottom level, which is the lowest wattage, all the way up to the top. If it's not a warm enough vape for you, then you move it up to the next level. All you do is hold the button, and then one of the lights will light up, and you can move it up and then set it. You're what? Did you steal my?
How does it fold up,
Raven?
Is it fold up like on both sides?
Yes.
Yeah, that thing is
very,
crazy.
Very sharp. Yeah, so it folds up on both sides.
Oh, she didn't see my knife? Where's my knife?
That is cool. I wish David were here.
Oh, there's my knife.
I'm kind of with you, Angela. I mean, last time I went and got a pedicure, like I said, just a couple months ago, and I walked into the place, and they had like they put like a plastic bag liner in the little tub, and they changed that out with every.
I don't think these are legal in Georgia.
Yeah,
but
see, my liner got sucked into the swirly part.
And very sharp on both sides.
Nice.
I don't even want to keep my hand. This thing comes out with a hard force. I don't want to put my hand right there. It might stick right through. I'm like, hey, look at my knife.
That is nice.
Yeah.
So anyway, they and what I got was they gave me like a book. It had like a menu in it, and I picked this like volcano thing. I don't know. They used a bunch of products that were made with like volcano ash or something like that, but they did the whole. There was there was the scrubbing, and there was peeling, and there was the massaging, and the more scrubbing and soaking, and there was the was it with the paraffin wax thing? Like they did all of that stuff, So, and it was a good job. I want to go back. My mom wants to go with, so she actually got a little upset when she found out that I went. I didn't take her.
Vapor's bad boy's coming in. He's trying. He's connecting to audio. Can he connect audio and video? I don't know. We shall see. Yeah, Angela got first dibs on the trailer that Shane has, so we'll just be roughing it out in the woods somewhere. Mm-hmm. I got to admit, though, when I went down for training, we got hooked up on that rental car when they give us a brand new truck that it had 27 miles on it. I was like, what the hell? Did they roll this back or something? No, it was brand new. I was like, hell yeah, let's put some miles on it. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, King Cobra. Yeah, for some reason, you can't have a radar detector in Virginia, but you can have a switchblade knife, no problem. Go figure. Billy Cribb.
We'll let you do the violence, but we want to make sure we can catch you doing it.
How you doing, Billy? I haven't heard from you in a long time, man. Hell, Billy used to make juice. He pretty much ran a shop down there in the lower southern part of Georgia. So I don't know what he's up to now. Yeah.
Well, talk to us, Billy. What's happening? Do you still have a shop? Do you still make juice? What are you doing?
I don't make know. Juice. It's been a long
I make juice
time.
And Nixidine.
He's still making juice?
Yeah. I'm making juice too. I've discovered a new product. Maybe you need to. Do you want to hear about it? Because it's not nicotine, but it works like nicotine.
There you go.
Go catch it. Red.
You're out of booze? He said, sure. Go ahead, Jim.
It's called Nixidine, and it is a vitamin supplement blend, and it's been specially formulated.
Wait a minute. All this time you've been calling it Nixidine. Now you're going to say Nixidine?
Is it? I don't know. I asked her which one it was, and I don't know. Okay, is it Nixidine? Nixidine.
I'm
Nixodine.
I kind of like the Nixidine better because nicotine,
okay.
Nixidine.
Okay. Yeah, let's call it Nixidine then. That works.
You go.
All right. So, yeah, it's a vitamin supplement blend, so it does not fall under the FDA, and it doesn't fall under the Tobacco Act. been specially formulated to follow the guidelines of the 1999 Supplement Act, and which basically says the FDA can't touch it. And so we are super excited about it. We are relaunching our business. We just relaunched it today, as a matter of fact, and we're having a big sale, and to basically say, hey, try Nixidine, and it's something that could potentially, replace nicotine in our vape.
If Walter makes it to Flyer for Gage, that'll be a hell of a feat, because Walter's in Australia. Unless you're paying for his plane ticket over there, I don't think Walter's going to make it. I mean, hey, if he makes it, great. I want to meet my PBG family. Walter, if you're coming, by God, I got to see that. That would be awesome. Do you have a link to go to? There, he wants a link.
I do.
Billy, it's good seeing you, man. It's been a long time. Hell, you still got all your hair and everything? I'm just like, it's been a minute.
What question is that?
I'm just thinking he had a lot of hair. Billy's got a lot of hair.
Oh, that was just like the weirdest question.
Well, there's some people that, when I've seen people, they'll turn 21 and they start going bald or something.
My brother did. My brother started going bald in high school.
Considering the genes that he's getting that from, it may lose it. You text me the other day.
Absolutely.
If you text me the other day, Billy, it's probably my old phone number. I don't have that number anymore, unfortunately.
He's
so
in Virginia
you will need to
now.
get my new
he ain't
phone
no
number.
Georgia boy no more.
Yeah, I have a Virginia. It's a 757 number. So if the area code doesn't start off with 757, then you got the wrong number. So yeah, hit me up on Facebook and I'll give you the correct phone number that you can text me at.
Got new sheets, yo. Bamboo sheets.
Like that. Oh, you went and got the box already? I'm supposed to check the mail. Damn. I like opening all the packages.
Yes.
I know, but I want to open the packages anyway.
Oh, try.
You don't enjoy open packages.
I even put. What do you mean I don't enjoy open packages? I do enjoy opening packages.
I got a package for you. That was awesome. I like that.
That was one for RS's file.
Right?
Put the cat toy together too.
The cat toy. Oh man, I want to see how the cats react to that thing. Our cats, you can tell they're starved to be able to play with something. Oh, he's got a camera. Holy shit!
There it is.
Can't hear you yet, but
we can see you.
We can see. Now if we can get sound. That little thing, Scuba, thanks, Creed. I appreciate that. Big things come in small packages.
I need to go retrieve a cat.
Oh, it's a blue Yeti mic. We'll make it work. Turn it on, plug it in.
Everybody would go crazy over those Yeti mics.
Tell Zoom that's the source. I gave mine to my son, my Blue Yeti like that. I got a Elgato mic now, which works really good.
All right, I threw the cat at the toy.
You threw the cat at the toy?
Yes.
She's waiting for that ring box. She actually got a ring for Christmas, Cherokee. It's not the ring she wants, technically, but it is a nice ring. There it is. Oh, what is that? That isn't a billet box, is it? No. What the heck?
We still can't hear you, dude.
Yeah, we can't hear you, but we can see you. So we're like, yeah, we're just seeing what you're doing.
We can play charades and mime and stuff.
T-Bolt, you need to I think she said add 6 to whatever.
Wow, John Q, look at you just push it to the limit.
Of whatever. Not quite John Q, but
Is my drink
on
really
Facebook.
empty?
Oh, Jennifer Higginbotham.
Smokey is intrigued.
Well, Smokey's intrigued with anything right now.
It's not nicotine, Tim. It's Nixidine, and it is a vitamin blend. It is, and you do need about 6 higher, in order to be equivalent to, like for instance, I'm vaping a 9. I used to vape a 3. When I was vaping nicotine, I vaped a 3. I now vape a 9.
I suggest trying it out, Tim. Honestly, you're probably not going to be able to tell the difference. The only thing you have to get dialed in is, do I get bitchy or not vaping with Nixidine over nicotine? The flavor is identical. It will taste the same to you. You'll be like, oh my God, this tastes exactly like what I expected it to taste like. It's all about, is it going to keep me from being edgy? That's basically it.
I was on the phone with Forgetful Red today, and she was telling me that, what was it? She said at some point she was unable to have nicotine or whatever, and she started getting like headaches. And I didn't experience any of that. I didn't experience any headaches. I did experience a little bit of edginess. Actually, I experienced a lot of edginess when I tried to do it a 1-to-1. Like if you vape a 3 and you order a 3, yeah, it's not.
The cats are playing with. I gotta see this.
Going to like claw your eyes out. It was bad. Okay. I felt okay at a 6. Still felt a little edgy. I feel really comfortable at 9. Like I switched between 9 and nicotine just to see if I felt a difference, and I did not notice a difference. It was like nothing. It was complete flat, even.
Oh my God, the cats are playing with it. That's awesome. They're behind her. There's 2 cats, and they don't even get along, and they're both playing with that toy.
Absolutely, John Q. Absolutely. But, I'm not a medical professional, so I can't make that claim.
It's worth a shot, John Q.
Right? I mean, try it. What have you got to lose, right?
Right. So the thing that I got for the cats, right? It's got a cloth that goes over it, and it's got a stick that sticks out under the side. And it spins, but it moves erratically. But just a little bit of it sticks out from underneath the cloth. And then if you take the cloth off, there's like a little thing with feathers that pops out of different holes, like whack-a-mole. So they can play with that. So that's what they're down there.
Cherokee,
attacking.
That is the thing. I don't know how long you've been vaping / smoking, okay? If you've been doing this for a long, a big portion of your life, then you're going to have a nicotine buildup in your body, and it's probably going to take a couple of weeks to get out. But this Nixidine does not show up on a nicotine test.
Well, hey, Julie, how you doing?
It's because it's not nicotine. It is not nicotine. So, yeah, if your job or your health insurance is wanting you to take nicotine tests or take pee tests before they'll cover you, then this is definitely the way to go. Absolutely.
So 87%. I guess I can end the poll. There's 53 votes in there, so 87% say I should do a New Year's Eve show. So
I think you're stuck, dude. I'm just saying.
Yeah. At 87%, that's pretty much overwhelming.
Well, I went liquor store shopping, so we got plenty of that.
We got the alcohol, okay? We covered.
Yeah, we got liquor. We're good.
Do it. Look, Red's like, do it. Just do it.
Do it.
See, I bet if Bandit came in here, all bets would be off. Boots would not.
I still got.
That.
Did you see my Stormtrooper bottle? Look at all that juice in there. Ooh.
It was Jen. She voted against us. Just because she's not coming.
It was Jen because she voted against us?
I look, one vote out of 53 does not equal 13%. Other people voted no.
No, it's all you. It's all Jen.
I do not actually forgetful. I use a standard wick in this. This is the Zeusax RTA. And I just use a regular, just straight up wick.
Zeusax was good for you, but
what?
Did it turn off?
Did that go over my head?
Yes.
Zeusax is not good for me?
I said, I don't think
Zeusax
is good for you.
Pretty sure that's against the rules, too.
Gotcha. Yeah, it is against the rules.
Come on. Nobody said that joke to you yet? You got to be
No!
You've not heard Zeusax? Oh, my gosh. Okay.
No.
That's
now, I did the Scottish roll when I was using my .coms because that had very deep juice well, and it could handle all that extra cotton. And I really liked the Scottish roll because it was a slow dissipate, and you could taste when it was starting to go dry long before you would get a dry hit. Like if you had standard wicks, you could get a dry hit like that. And I mean, one hit would be great. Next hit will be a dry hit, no warning at all. You just kind of had to know to make sure you kept your wick wet, right? But with the Scottish roll, it was a very slow dissipate, and you could taste it. You could taste when it was coming on long before.
Because it was a half pound of cotton.
Because it was a half pound of cotton, absolutely. You put like fucking 2 tampons in there, and that's how you were vaping.
Yeah,
right?
That's what Jen would roll. Julie, let's do it. That's the whole purpose of the New Year's Eve show.
It is dual
Zoom calls.
It's going to be a bunch of people that come on, and we're just going to hang out and have fun for New Year's to keep from going out and getting in trouble somewhere at some place we shouldn't be anyway, I'm sure. So,
here, I could show you. Harry.
I'd much rather get wasted at my own home than going out somewhere.
Oh, yeah, we're not going to go anywhere, but we do like to go outside and listen. I swear our neighborhood sounds like a freaking military zone or something.
Yeah.
Well, if Leroy across the street
Yo, Dave, what's up?
All we got to do is open our front door because they do it. They put cones out and block off the cul-de-sac, and we're like the last house on the end. So
they're not too bad. I was gonna say here. Okay, so there's the deck on my Zeus X.
Yeah, those aren't too bad.
I like that she had to clarify that it's a Zeus X.
King Cobra has a question.
Jen, scroll up for my question.
Oh. Sorry. Okay, let me put my thing.
Jen, I have a question about the Nixidine. As someone who is a vitamin B deficient, I have to take vitamin B complex. Would it interact with that even though I've been told you can't overdose on vitamin B?
Okay, so that is a very good question, and thank you for asking it. Okay, so this is mainly vitamin B3. Okay, it's almost completely vitamin B3. All right, so your vitamin B complex, and I've got some vitamin B complex here. Let me see here. All right, I got the super B complex. All right, it has specifically in here. It has niacin. Niacin is vitamin B3, and it has 25 milligrams in here. This is 9 milligrams per milliliter. Okay, so. And let's just say I don't know how much I go through a day. Let's say I go through 10 mils a day. All right, so 9 milligrams per milliliter. That's 90 milligrams. And I do take these. I take one of these. So it's 25. So that's a total of 115 milligrams a day. You have to take like 1,500 milligrams before you overdose on this stuff. So it's gonna be really hard for you to overdose on it. It is possible. Okay. I mean, it can cause, I think, it can mess if you were to take like 1,500 milligrams of it. I mean, I think there's something with what was it? Something with heart, blood pressure,
Linda,
kind of thing.
It definitely, now you're asking about fish oil. It definitely doesn't have fish oil in it. If it had any type of oil in it and we vaped it.
She was just asking in general, is fish oil vitamins good for you? And yes, I've heard that they are very good in the omega-3 fatty acids.
Yeah, you don't want to vape oil though, because it will stick to your lungs. You won't be able to breathe and you will die.
Yeah.
Just
y'all remember the whole Evali bullshit? That's exactly what happened, okay? They put oil in the vape. and your lungs are 90% water. Guess what? Oil and water don't mix, okay? You vape oil, it's going to get inside your lungs, it's going to coat your lungs. How do your lungs work? Think about it. Your lungs, you breathe in, okay, the air goes into those little alveoli sacs, right, in your lungs, and it filters into your bloodstream. The oxygen filters into your bloodstream, right? Well, if they're coated with oil, the oxygen can't get to your bloodstream, and you literally slowly suffocate to death. Like, it's a very painful, slow way to die.
There. I'm going to jump in the mod heist so we can lose again. Scuba takes a last seat to go rob Scuba. Josh.
Did you guys kid?
Oh, he has himself muted now, so maybe that's what it is. Which is fine. I mean, he don't have to talk. He can just watch. I like the blue lights back there. Yeah, I see the little microphone next to your name where it says Josh, and it has a red with a line through it, which means you are muted. Even if you make the mic work, you gotta unmute.
Did I answer your question though about the I think who said that?
About the fish vitamins?
No, about the King Cobra asked about the.
Hey, I got 200,000.
Did you overdose on it?
Scuba bucks. I'm gonna go spend those on something.
You made it to Speed. Oh, you went to Speeds to rob him. Okay.
Yeah.
Each of you got away with some vicious ants. Nice.
Ooh, the vicious ants.
Has anybody heard from Speed lately? I haven't heard from him.
He came on the show not too long ago. Yeah, every once in a while, Speed. He says that Fridays are bad days for him. If I do a show different on the week, he'll pop in and be like, "Hey, where'd you come from?" Because it's not on a Friday. Apparently, he's busy on Fridays. So.
Well, he works.
Here we go. Nice.
Oh, he's in California.
RS put up nice and overdose. What are the symptoms? Here we go. It's unlikely. A niacin overdose is unlikely if you take niacin only in the amount prescribed by your doctor. While it's not possible to overdose on niacin simply by eating too many niacin-rich foods, taking too much over-the-counter or prescription niacin can be dangerous. Here we go. So a niacin overdose is like severe skin flushing combined with dizziness, rapid heartbeat, itching, nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, diarrhea, and gout. If you think, but it's not telling you how much niacin you have to take to overdose on it. Like, that's the question we want to know. How much do you have to take to overdose on it? And like I said, it's like 1,500 milligrams. And that would be all at once too. Like, like I'm vaping, if I vape 10 mils in a day, that's 90 milligrams over, 16 hours. Right. Mm-hmm. Plus I took a pill that has 25 milligrams in it. So like, there's no way you're going to vape enough to overdose. Like, it's just, you can't possibly.
All the same as caffeine. Well,
yeah, I would imagine that you'd probably start feeling pretty bad first. I heard him.
What? Oh, you heard Josh make a noise?
I think so. I think I heard somebody say hello.
No, I hear nothing. Go to Zoom and click on your little microphone, and it asks you, which microphone do you want to use? Choose the Blue Yeti, and you'll be set. It should fix it.
Yeah, I thought I heard a very slight hello.
It's like it don't want to work for some reason. I don't know. A for effort. Weed flush bottles are full of niacin. Josh Shorter looks like John Cleese.
I can see that. See that. That's not an insult.
Python.
I know him as nearly headless Nick. So
when shall I expect my meat to arrive? Now, Julie.
Everyone's asking for Scuba's meat.
Why does everybody want my meat, man? What the hell?
First they want your nuts, then they want your cock, and now they want your meat.
Man, I'm telling you, it's a one package deal. So the meat thing, this is the problem. There's not really enough meat left to ship. Honestly, now on the next brisket,
Munchkin doesn't share food.
I don't mind sending them some brisket,
Like
but
Joey.
it's just like, damn, man, it's literally almost gone. Will's still getting an education. He's been getting an education all night.
Play all innocent shit. Saying.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Scott, I was thinking of taking a hunk of it and chopping it up and freezing it for like brisket tacos or something.
Yeah, Scott, I mean, if you ship something like that, you would have to definitely ship it in dry ice. And then they would have to heat or warm that up in the oven.
You savages ate 13 pounds of meat in 3 days.
Probably about half of that.
Yeah. Well,
yes.
pretty much all of the point is gone. The flat, we still have some left, which was, if any part of that was drier, would be the flat, which is honestly, you got it.
Matter of fact, did you put that up, or is it still sitting out on the counter?
I thought you ate more of it. The point is, the rest, what's left of the point is still on the counter.
You can't leave it sitting out, sir.
Make sure you put the meat side down in some juice before you wrap it up, so it doesn't oxidize.
Well, what happened to the aluminum foil?
It got cut by the knife because I didn't want to wait. I opened the aluminum foil and started cutting. I didn't move the aluminum foil. I just started cutting into it. It's really good.
I get it. I don't blame you.
Oh.
I made a ham, but I don't know.
Cleaning that smoker, which I did today. I've only used it once, but after you use it, you want to clean it. And I've been out there cleaning that thing all damn day because that smoke gets on everything inside there. So it takes a while to clean it. But that's what I've been doing. Corned beef brisket is the best. I don't know. I mean, I got a full brisket. Now I didn't get no 18 to 20 pound. It was a 13-pound brisket, but honestly, like Munchkin said, that barely fit. I had to squish that sucker in there. It was huge. Smoke some turkey breast. I could do that, Scott, too. Can you cook corned beef in a slow cooker? I don't see why not, Linda.
You can cook anything in a slow cooker.
What do I think about grape jelly? I like grape jelly, Julie.
The pod you got, dear.
Oh, what? Oh, because I'm vaping it. I actually like this one. All right, let's give you the breakdown on all the pods that I've gotten from DCF. This one I got a while back, which is she's probably like, holy crap, yeah, this one was from Halloween. As you can see, because it has the flaming pumpkin on there.
As you can see.
And it's orange and black.
Yeah, and this tastes like... Josh can't hear me. He can't hear us?
We can't hear
John
him, so
said
that's
Josh can't hear you. He missed a comma.
Oh.
He can hear us.
Oh, he can hear us. Okay. This tastes like fresh pumpkin. Best way I can put it. It's not going to taste like pumpkin pie. It tastes like you put a spoon down in a raw pumpkin and ate the pumpkin. That's what this tastes like. And it lasts pretty good. Okay. The 50 bars, which I have strawberry cereal donut milk. Really good. And then I have Kyoho grape jelly. Kyoho. Kyoho grape jelly. This one I really like. I'm always partial to grape anyway. I got 2 of these guys. These are 15,000 puff pods. This is like a lemon lime. So if you're a big fan of 7-Up or Sprite or something, you'll really like this.
Kyoho is what Julie says.
Kyoho. I try to keep my hose off the cast, but then after that, where's the one at that I'm like, that's bullcrap?
I don't know.
Is it in my pocket? I have one pod that I got from them. Oh, it's this one, which I don't know where it's at right now, but this is the Lost Vape, Orion Bar. It says 10,000 puffs, right? 10,000 puffs. As soon as you start vaping it, the very first time you hit it, it goes from 100% down to 95. The very next hit, it's going to drop down to about 92%.
They didn't say per charge.
No, I'm not talking about the battery life. I'm talking about the juice life.
Oh.
So the juice life on it is dropping really fast. Now, it could be lying. Like, I vaped one of the pods that I got from them, and it went down to 0, and it still kept vaping fine. And I'm like, well, their counter's off, which it may be with that one, too. I don't know why I can't.
And he can still type, John Q. Why so many pods? Because he can.
Okay, why so many pods?
Because he's scuba.
Right.
No, because I can fly with pods. When I fly with mods like this, I drop them and they end up on the damn beach.
If he drops a pod, he hasn't lost much. Like,
right.
You know.
I don't mind losing like $14 to $20 on a pod.
And if it bonks somebody on the head, it's not going to hurt nearly as bad as dropping something like this on their head.
This, if it hits somebody in the head, they're done. Especially from the height I'm at. Bam! They're out.
That's
done. So I'm assuming whoever found my mod
killed anybody.
Right?
Hopefully
drop
they're
it on their head from high enough.
Now, but I will say though, I don't know if this is going to get 10,000 puffs, but this flavor I really dig, which was strawberry chew. This actually tastes really good.
She said she thought it tasted like chapstick.
Chapstick, really? It's strawberry. I wouldn't say it's like strawberry starburst, but it's a strawberry and then it has a chewy taste on the back end, but it's not like a strawberry starburst. See you, Will. Have fun. Buy some more vape gear. I mean, paramotor gear. Most of the time.
There's so many different kinds of strawberries. Now, I got one of these because I'm an idiot and went to work with no batteries before I had to go to a Christmas party. So I ran to the vape shop and got this. This is supposed to be apple cinnamon. Does not taste like apple cinnamon. I don't know what the hell it tastes like, but it's not apple cinnamon. It's not horrible. It doesn't taste like that pumpkin.
Usually it's salt nick that they put in these pods. These are most of the pods that we get around here are 5%, which is 50 milligrams. Yeah. But if it was 50 milligram freebase nick, this puts you on the floor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you can't do.
You can't do that. Yeah, but with salt nick, it's not strong like that. So they vape fine to me. I got no problems vaping these. I like these because they're easy. They're just quick go-to. You're gonna get good flavor every time. Mm-hmm. They charge up really fast.
This one was actually really good, but the battery's dead.
That son of a gun is huge.
But
I don't even know.
It's got too much menthol. Too much. It's like
that thing gives you a cold throat every time you vape it.
Okay, you know how when you eat wasabi, how it burns all up in your sinuses and shit?
Look who's showing
That
up.
is the vaping equivalent of wasabi. It's got so much ice in it. It freezes your brain. Like you hit it and then take a normal non-vaping deep breath and it makes your toes cold. I mean, it's got so much ice, but it's actually really good.
See, whenever there's that much in it though, like I don't understand. I mean, I'm not a minty vapor to begin with. So like I don't understand when there's that much in there how you can taste anything else. Like
you can taste the strawberry cheesecake right off the bat. And then nothing but ice. Like if you had a cold, pick one of these up.
You know what I missed?
That'll fucking knock that shit out of there.
Well, good night, Tucker. I missed that key lime ice cream that Higgy's makes. Yeah.
Well, I happen to know where you could get some.
I know, right? Damn. It's like, oh my God, guess who's got it? Yeah.
Do you want me to send you key lime ice cream instead of vanilla nuts?
No, well, ooh, that would be interesting.
I mean, I was going to send you 15 and an 18, so I can make one key lime ice cream and one vanilla nuts.
Do this. Do the 15 key lime ice cream and do the 18 vanilla nuts. That way, I still can try, even if the 18 is perfect and the 15 is a little low. It'll still give me good flavor, and I'll try not to think about it.
Okay.
Did I ever order pineapple ice cream? I did not, Scott. Who had pineapple? Higgy's got pineapple ice cream?
Pineapple ice cream.
Damn it. How am I missing out? Well, I didn't.
And I need to put the key lime because I didn't put the key lime up. I picked out like our 20. I pulled
that
our
was
most
like
popular
your vape
flavors
thing for a while. You vaped key lime ice cream for a long time.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
But I pulled what I did is I pulled our most popular flavors of all time ever. And then I pulled our most popular flavors over the last 3 years. And I did like a comparison. And I pulled out basically the 24 most popular flavors out of both lists. And key lime ice cream didn't make the cut. But Miss Forgetful Red, who called me today, said, I really like key lime ice cream, so I'm going to have to put key lime ice cream out there.
There you go. There you
Linda,
go.
sometimes, I mean, Roger, you muted.
You know, okay. And this, you know what's in here? This is very close, but not the same as Kentucky bourbon custard. I still like Kentucky bourbon custard, which I'm going to have to order some more of that. Because I know, you know, wow, I can't tell you to switch out Nilla Nuts for Kentucky bourbon custard, but I do really like it.
I mean, if you're willing to buy a bottle, I'll be more than happy to make it for you.
I know, right? Right? I mean, I'm willing.
I'm already sending you two for free.
No problem with that. No, don't do that. Don't do that. I don't mind buying it. I got so much of this, which this is close, but it's not the same. It's definitely not the same. You can tell the difference. But I was surprised at how close this was. And this is caramel bourbon vanilla cheap cupcake is what they called that. And it's similar because that, you know, Kentucky bourbon, vanilla bourbon.
I even it's funny, I even made a label, and because I remember Watch's labels were very, very simple. You know, it was just like a white label with black type on it. And you know, there was nothing fancy about it. You know, just regular.
No frills mills. Hey,
no
get
frills
your
mills,
peep
right?
off of that.
So I made and I've been trying to get hold of him. I was going through Sweet Melissa, so that I could talk to him about maybe some of his other flavors. But so I could talk to her about maybe some of the other flavors that he's got. You know, if he wanted to, you know, kind of partner up. I've already got, you know, all the flavors that RS owns, but but he hasn't gotten back to me yet though. So, because if he did, I'd be like, hey, send me over some of your design templates for your labels.
Well, damn. RS doesn't look like he's gotten a day older. His hair, look how dark his hair is. What the hell? That is not fair at all. I call bullcrap, RS. What are you eating capsaicin when you get off the damn side? He's gotta have something.
Linda, are you asking me if I mix flavors? Because yeah, I mean, I make them. That's what I do. That's my job.
Damn, I can't believe RS's hair. He's only got a little bit of gray in the front.
That. I know. Look at that. My hair is grayer than his.
I mean, now his beard did the full on. I'm done, but you know that so did mine. So wow. He's still trying to figure out his mic. Well, you are muted on the stream. You see the little line? You got to unmute yourself on Zoom.
What if I can unmute him?
So unmute that, then try to fix your mic problems, because if you're muted on Zoom, you'll never get it working.
Right.
Y'all both have the red with the line through it, which means you're muted, and I can't forcibly unmute you. I don't think it'll let me do that.
Yes, you can.
Well, that's mean to do that, but I can try.
Can you? I didn't know you could do that.
Oh, I can hit ask to unmute.
No.
I can't.
Roger said he had to use the web version of Zoom.
See, I'm going to hit ask to unmute. Ask to unmute. There we go. Oh, now RS is no longer muted. Now, yeah, say something. I can...
Here we go.
There.
Yay!
That works.
Yes.
Josh went mute again. Try it again. Oh, wait, now it's gone.
Josh is not muted.
Josh.
I got them both unmuted, but now I don't know if Josh picked the right microphone yet.
I could have sworn I heard a really faint hello earlier. I think that was him.
He's whispering.
Good night, Linda.
He's whispering into the void.
Again, I did a little
Now
more
he's
Google.
yelling into it, and it does
The
nothing.
very dangerous overdose kicks in at about 3 grams, which is 3,000.
Okay, yeah. So there's no way you're going to vape that much in a day.
Well,
even if you were vaping like 50 milligram, you're not vaping.
You apparently will see the skin flushing and the dizziness at about 30 milligrams.
About 30 milligrams. Yeah, I haven't experienced that. Because it says right here.
It's hard to get. It's hard to get that much.
Well, there's 25 in this pill right here.
Yeah, it's 25 in that. And
whoa! It's an invisible bottle.
You would have to do maybe 230 milligram.
Are they still playing with that toy?
Vapes.
Yes.
To get that additional 5, and even that, it's just the liver flushing the B3 out of your system.
Linda?
And I'll tell you too, honestly, that I didn't even realize it until recently. I thought this was you're supposed to take 2 of these pills. Turns out you're only supposed to take 1. So like I had been popping 2 of these daily.
Your B3 is about 300% of the daily.
Linda, 8 may be a little early for the New Year's Eve. I don't know what time we're going to start the New Year's Eve show. I'll try to post an update in the group to let y'all know when we're going to do it.
If you start at 8, you're going to have to go until midnight.
Right.
4 hours is that's chump change. I can do 4 hours.
I mean, yeah.
And it's like anything else. It depends on the person's metabolism, their weight, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, look at that. It looks just like something I got. Yeah, it looks very similar. Wow. He's got 2 of them. Hell yeah. I like it.
I guess I'm fat enough I can handle 50 milligrams of niacin.
Well, I'm just the opposite. My metabolism is so high that it's hard for me to overdose on things.
Roger, I had to tell you, when it was funny, whenever I had a hard time getting hold of Roger, and it was just because he wasn't feeling well, and he didn't have my ringtone set, so I guess when I was calling, he thought I was solicitors, and he was just ignoring it, and he didn't have his voicemail set up, or his voicemail was full, so I couldn't leave a message. Anyway, I called, because I'm in Georgia, he's in Maryland, and I decided to call the local police department and request a wellness check on my friend Roger, because it was like 4 days of trying to get in touch with him, and I couldn't reach him. So I anyway, it was funny because I called and they started asking me all this, and I was like, gosh, should I just be giving all this information out? Because they asked a lot of information. They wanted to know your name, they wanted to know where you lived, obviously, they wanted to know a description, they wanted to know how old you were, they wanted to know I had to pull all this
What's his favorite color?
Yeah,
he's not a bank robber. I need you to see if he's okay. All right, damn.
Yeah.
They basically need to know that when the person answers the door,
and says,
do they have the right person?
Right.
Yeah.
I did, John Q. I did a wellness check on Roger, and so they're like, how tall is he? What color is his hair? Like, how much does he weigh? Everything, and so I'm estimating all this stuff, and I was giving it to him, and then it was funny because at that point I was like, well, will somebody call me and tell me what happened? And they're like, no, you'll have to call back in a couple hours and see, how it went. And I was like, okay. And then I got a message from Roger about, I don't know, 30 minutes later. Well, that got my attention.
And the funny thing is, they were officers that had checked on, basically from the social department, they had checked on Joyce when we were taking care of Joyce at home a couple of different times. So I already knew them.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that's cool.
Yeah,
I'll tell you, I called the Department of
They're very cool people. The guy,
Josh is like, I'm done with
you had said that he didn't show up for his online show.
I did say that. Yes.
So he didn't know that I had done an online show. He asked about it. And
Okay.
he said, they came that Friday. The guy showed up. I gave him the information. He showed up on my show the
That's
next
cool.
day.
Wow.
Very cool. Very cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, I tell you, I called it because I wasn't sure who to call. Actually, I called the department.
No,
of Family
they're
in Maryland, and they
you
would
were
do
handed
shit.
over to Adult Protection Services Division.
No, they
And
didn't do
they're
shit.
they're very cool people.
Well, when I first called the family services or whatever, I did call and I said, I want to do this, and they were like, "Yeah, we can't do that." I mean, they literally just blew me off. Like there was like, "Nah." She said, "Here, why don't you call 911 and get Georgia 911 to talk to Maryland 911?" That was her advice. I was like, "Really?"
It's a bit of truth.
The heck?
I was like, why don't you just call the local police department and go, hey,
That was
Josh has got
me
all
a
kinds of
favor.
vapes
call the
over there.
local. And I was like, okay, I can do that. So I looked up the local police department and I called them. But yeah, I was.
Yeah, the week this
We wanted to make sure he was
his
okay.
Under what?
We had a
people.
we had a
stalking him
nice
on
5-minute
Discord.
conversation at the door.
Watch. What day of week does he? I know, right? They were asking a lot of questions. Cobra. I was a little worried I wouldn't be able to answer them all, but I was because they asked like his birthday.
The
So I
X-ray.
I pulled your account information. I was like, oh wait, I have his birthday here. I wasn't sure
You
when
want
your
his credit
birthday
card
was.
number 2?
Oh,
Like,
there
here's
it
his birthday,
is.
yep.
Damn. Yeah, the same one. I got that same one.
Yeah, they had the one guy had visited a couple of different times when we were taking care of Joyce as part of
Yeah.
doing home,
Like it.
home health care.
Okay. Well, cool. I'm glad. I was really worried. I thought I was maybe overstepping, but I was just like, you know what?
No,
I need to
not
know
at
my
all.
boy's okay. I need to know my friend's good. And but yeah, I just thought that was hilarious because, like I said, it was about 30 minutes or so after I'd called, and he goes, "Well, that got my attention."
Yeah, it was funny. I opened the door and I saw his face and I knew who he was. And I said, "What are you doing here? Joyce has been dead for a while."
Damn.
He said, "We're checking on you." He said, "We're checking on you."
I know. He's like, somebody from Georgia called. They were like worried you were dead, so we need to find out that you're okay.
Can almost see it. I can almost see it.
Don't tip it too much. Just dump it all over the
You
desk.
got all kinds of stuff in there. You got like a whole box of vape gear in there.
Smokey, you are not playing nice
Them
if you
cats,
drape your whole body across the top of it.
Yeah.
I had
King-
cats when
King
I was
Cobra,
younger.
what day of the week does he wash his underwear?
Right.
It depends. Is it an even week or an odd
Hold
week? You
that
turn it
thought
inside
there,
out.
Josh. I got
on
one
even
that
weeks.
made that looks
They were
very
asking
similar
some
to
really
that.
personal questions,
The one that Josh just held up. I got one and I made this one.
Y'all know it's almost 11 o'clock.
Yeah, I know. We need to get off here sooner or later. But yeah, this one is the only mod I ever built. This the fire button actually lights up, and then it's got a voltage display down here. It works. I just don't use it. Go figure. I made it and then decided not to use it. That looks so similar to that, and the hell, that's homemade. What the hell? All right. Anyways. Oh, so when is New Year's Eve? Let me hold on.
Sunday.
It's on a Monday?
Sunday.
Sunday. Oh, man, what a day to do a show on a Sunday.
But you got Monday off, so.
Right?
Yeah, we got a few days off, which is awesome.
You have more than Monday off?
No.
No.
Her boss. Our boss isn't that flexible. Get your
Well,
butt
you
back
said
to
a few
work.
days off. I mean,
Yeah. But
Yeah.
they act like they're
Just
doing
wait
us
till
a
you
favor.
just wait till you retire. Every day's Saturday.
There you go. I like that.
I don't see retirement in our future.
Yeah, we'll never get
Right.
to retire. We got to work till we die.
Jeff keeps talking about, we need to get you a 401k. We need to get that set up for you. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what good that's going to do because, I mean, yeah. Like, congratulations, you can retire. You got $400. You know? Better not last too long.
Don't spend it all in one place.
Right?
Nice, Breeze.
Really? That's
Guess what? If he doesn't do a show on Sunday, he still won't have to do another one till next year.
Right? I like Jen's way of thinking better.
The people have spoken. I believe the poll said.
The poll did say it. I mean, I had to throw it out there because I wanted to see if there was going to be people around. Apparently, nobody's going out this year, so they're going to be around.
Claiming. We'll see if they show up.
And you're starting at 9 a.m. so that we can watch the parade, right?
Oh.
No.
You know, every year I'm like, you know what? I need to get up so I can watch the Macy's Day Thanksgiving Parade. And every year I wake up and go, oh, shit, I missed the parade. And I roll over and go back to bed.
So what time would you start? Would you start at 8 or would you start at like 10?
It depends. Now, it depends on how many people are actually going to show up. I mean, if a lot of people are ready and they're already going to get, like, if I got at least, you know, as many as we, like 3 or more. Is Josh leaving? Or is he telling her Red? Is he telling her bye? I don't know. Anyway.
Red's leaving. Forgetful Red is leaving.
If there's going to be multiple people, then I can start earlier. If not, then I'd rather wait till like 10 and then just go through till midnight. But 2 hours goes by pretty fast for some reason when you're just talking. I don't know. I guess it depends on how I'm feeling or when I want to start drinking for New Year's.
Right?
Because if I start the show late,
you know, people just like to watch you drunk, right?
What if like say if I start drinking at 8 and don't start the show till 10, by 10 I'm gonna be,
you're gonna be wasted.
I might be messed up, like wow.
Oh, to hell with it, I'm starting now.
There you go, RS.
New Year's?
Start now, why not? It's a couple days early.
It says start at 11 and end at 1. That way we could get 2 times.
Dude, John, he would be so wasted by 11 o'clock. You don't understand. Apparently you have not been watching very long. Okay,
start
because
at 11,
he
start till 11.
Start at 11. Yeah.
But he would already be wasted by 11. Come on.
I mean, not necessarily.
I don't usually start drinking too early. Yeah.
If we started drinking at like 9:30, 10.
I mean, normally during a show, I have 2 to 3 drinks. I think this is my 3rd drink. So, I cannot believe, I knew the cats would like that. I didn't know they were going to play with it constantly for an hour. And they have not left it alone yet, which I'm glad.
Well, it turned off.
I think 10 is probably, I don't know, 9 or 10 maybe. 8 seems a little early.
Maybe we meet in the middle and do 9. Maybe.
That's what I said. 9 or 10 sounds like a good time to start.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
What the fuck am I saying? I have no say in this. I already said I'm not going to be here.
Scuba and a bra again. Scott, that was a once in a lifetime thing. I don't know why I put the bra on that night.
Man, you wore a wig. You wore a bra. Like
I put the bra
you haven't
on.
Seen that?
Why the guy from Yee was in chat?
Munchkin grabbed his jewels.
She did.
I believe I did. Yeah.
I don't know why I put the bra on, and I didn't even realize the guy from Yee was in the chat. Oh, move out of the way so we can see.
I am.
Oh my God.
Nice.
Oh look, a chair.
Not even over the shirt, like just flat out.
Why is the chair showing up? Go away, chair. Okay.
Yeah,
that's dark skin bra. I like it.
Yeah, and my boobs filled out the bra and everything. I like it.
And all is because I said that my bra wouldn't fit him, and he was determined to prove me wrong.
What happened to Josh? He was like,
so I don't need to see that.
Yeah, that was one wasted night right there, man.
Yeah, it was funny is when he woke up the next morning, he had a big message from the guy at Yee and was like, "I saw your show last night." All I heard was, "Oh no." I'm like, "What?" Oh no. He thought it was hilarious though.
Yeah, he thought it was
He's
funny,
like, "That's
but
the best shit ever. It's great."
Yeah, this is why your show has been successful for so many years, because basically you'll pretty much do anything that the audience asks you to do. I mean, think about it. I mean,
Yeah.
if enough people say they want you to do it, you do it.
There you go. Just gullible, I guess. I don't know.
You're a people pleaser.
No, that's what an entertainer does. Give the people
I know,
what
it's like
they want,
Jackass, the
but
home
always
version.
leave them wanting more.
There you go. Give the people what they want. Yes. Fighting cock.
Yes.
I got plenty of that there, John.
We do. My mom bought us a bottle for Christmas, so we've got a brand new unopened bottle.
Stay away
Stay
from the
away from the
lingerie.
lingerie.
I know, right, Scott? How did I even get a hold of your bra to start off? Why did I have the bra?
I don't know. All I know is you claimed it would fit. I said it wouldn't. Oh, look, there's Breeze with another screenshot. Yeah.
That's what it was. The people in chat was like, "There's no way that bra would fit you." I was like, "Oh yeah, let me try."
There you go.
Oh,
Did
nice.
it actually hook in the back?
Yes.
Oh wow.
That looks like a fighting cock bottle right there. Yeah,
That
buddy.
is a fighting cock bottle.
Ah.
By the way, I still have a whole bunch of you guys like vape bands that say nuts and cock on it. Just
You do?
putting that out. Yeah.
Well.
Nobody has ever asked for them. Like, the whole thing is if you place an order with me and you want a vape band that says Scuba's Hangout and then nuts and cock on the other side.
I think Harry was
Ask
asking for one, and I told him I'd send him some. But I mean, if he wants to order,
Pretty sure I
something-
got a bunch of them with an order or two.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I have some. If y'all want them, I will include it with your order.
There you
It
go.
glows in the dark and it says nuts and cock.
Yep.
Harry said,
Yes,
"Yes,
I
I want it. I want it. I want it."
Place an order with me, Harry, and I will include one. Just leave a note on the order because I will forget.
Yeah, just like Scuba that forgets to ship shit when I tell you I'm going to do it. And I know I told Harry I would send him. Wow, I got a cigar. I don't smoke, so I don't know why I'm holding on to this damn cigar.
I don't know either.
This was when
Patrick's cigar.
little
Is that
Patrick
when
was born.
Junior was?
Yeah. And he was like, "Oh, it's a good cigar." And I'm like, "Yeah, but I don't smoke, dude." And he gave it to me anyway, so.
I don't know.
I don't smoke any longer either.
Really?
Beginning of November.
That is
Very
awesome,
good.
because I know
Vapor only.
RS has been a dual user for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, that's awesome. And see, nobody
Nobody
pressured
he is
you.
no lightweight either. He doesn't do this 6 milligram crap.
Yeah.
He is 18 milligram free base.
Whatever
That
it
would put me
takes,
on the
that's
floor.
what you do. And hell, I didn't start on 6
It's probably
milligram
very
myself. It
dried
took
out,
me a
John.
while to get down to. I was happy just to get down to 6, and I've tried to go lower, and I know better. I've come to the point to where if I go lower, I hurt people. So
It's
I
not
don't
allowed.
do that.
No, you make people want to hurt you.
I would
There
always
you go.
forget too that he was at 6, and he would come by here, and then he would be like, "Ooh, you got to try this," and he would shove his mod in my face, and
Mhm.
I would take a big old hit and be like, "Oh!"
Yeah, it's 6. My bad. After she's like whizzing around.
I did that. I did that on a couple of shows, vape shows to you as well.
Yeah.
Forgot to warn you. It's 18, Jen.
Yeah.
10 years. Congratulations, King Cobra. Hell yeah.
That is awesome. Come on.
Congrats.
As a matter of fact, this month, at some point in December, I'm not really sure when it was, but at some point in December, yeah, that made 12
green edition. I like that X-ray.
years. 12 years for me. I haven't smoked in
Ooh,
12.
I got one of those somewhere. The Legend in Rainbow.
We got a couple of those.
Yeah, but finding it is another That's a whole nother ball game there. Well, this isn't it, but this is. Oh, I like this one too. This is the Humvee. I like the colors on this thing. But that's not it. This still looks brand new. And
It does. It looks nice. There was some dude on one of the groups somewhere that was selling a whole bunch of vape gear. And I sent him a message. I said, "You got any IPVs in there?" And he actually pulled out like 3 of them. And I was like, "Sold!" I was like,
Humvee,
yes, send them.
The Humvee looks cool, but the Tinker 2, the paint job on it beats it, no question. And I don't know if I have the Tinker. Oh, there it is. This is the Tinker 2. Now this one is blue when you look at it one way, and then it's purple when you look at it another way. It's got like a rainbow color paint on there.
Okay.
I love the paint job they did on this. This is like a car.
Awesome, Harry.
This is like a car paint job on this thing. Really good mod. I like the Tinker 2. Why don't I use I get stuck on one mod like this, and I'll just vape it and vape it and vape it. Then eventually I'll go, I need to break that mod out, and I'll grab one of the other ones. But a lot of them.
I love, you know what though? I love this thing. I love it because the battery life on it is just amazing.
Yeah, battery life on that mod.
Harry would like a link, Jen.
Yep, I'm on it.
Oh, you mean this, Jen? Does it look like this?
Yes, and I want it if you're not going to use it.
This is like brand new, and it's got like nice blue covers on, and it says IPV on there.
Find it anymore.
No, you can't. That's the problem with these mods. After they've been out for a little while, they're gone. You can't find them anymore. That's why I store them like a hoarder of things, which I am.
Jeff called you out for being a hoarder the other day. That amused me.
He did. He was like, "Is he a hoarder?" Yes. I am a hoarder.
Yeah,
He's
so,
not a hoarder.
you guys all heard it
He
here,
is
though.
the hoarder.
Hold on, I gotta make Scott feel good. There you go,
He's
Scott.
willing his V200 to me if he dies. Just y'all heard it here first.
There's the top side, Scott. I know you just gotta be hating life. Okay, there you go. Scott had to bring it up. So.
Mean.
Well, he said he's surprised you're not being a cock tease with the top. So he wanted to see it. I had to throw it out there.
Why are there still ants in here?
I have old stuff. I got mods that are so old people don't even remember what they are. This is the old.
I know what that is.
You know what this is?
I have one. It lights up.
Yeah, it lights up down the bar right here. There you go. Yeah, X cube. That's it.
Oh, I remember that one.
I got really.
Was that one of the first the ones with the bar button?
Right.
I thought that bar button was so cool. That's why I loved the Eclipse. It had the bar button. I have several Eclipses actually.
I mean,
because I thought I thought when I got the Eclipse, I thought this is it. This is the be all end all of mods.
Really
I want backups
old.
if this ever breaks.
I think this don't even go above 30 watts.
It's flashing,
and it's got the Transformers logo on there. This thing feels like a Matchbox car.
Thank you, Cobra.
Oh, I got one of those, Josh. Don't even try it, because I can spin this bitch around and bring one out. Trust me. I got one that's got an R2-D2 wrap on it, too.
Yeah, the IPVs, Josh. I love my IPVs. I'm an IPV girl. And I think that was one of the ones I got from that dude that sold me like 3 IPVs.
There's one that's even older. This is even older than the one you're showing. With the touch button on top. They stopped making that one. With the touch button.
Dude.
That you could
It's got a charge.
Oh look, there's another one that Jen would be like, oh look at that. This is an IPV also.
I love my IPVs.
Yeah. I have IPVs.
Richard Wills has mine. I sent it to him because it something went wrong in it, and it had this really cool abalone J wrap on it, right? And so I actually bought from a friend who was selling hers. I bought another 6X. No, wait, that's the 400. I have my 400. But the 6X, Richard Wills has my 6X, and he won't send it back to me. And I've asked him like 8 times.
Now it's a 6X. Damn, all right. Look at this. This'll make Jen be like, what? I never opened this.
Oh, what? Which one is it? The Galaxy? Which one?
This is a squonker. It's one of the Bennett squonkers from I won this on the auction.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
It's still sealed in plastic. I never opened this.
From the auction.
Yeah, from like the first auction, way back. Damn, I'm old. All right, anyways, yeah. Oh, remember Nevermore vape? I got one of her mods. I got that. This is a Nevermore vape. Oh, well,
this one.
No,
right.
It says it's hashtag no name. They no name the mod. But.
Hey, Scuba.
Yo.
Speaking of auctions.
Oh, nice. I know that mod there. Oh, that's the one that Munchkin stole that from me, Josh. It's in her damn office.
The Delta?
The Delta.
Delta. Yeah.
That is the Delta. It's what it looks like.
Yes,
that's a
squonker,
right?
One.
Yeah, you push the button and it squonks.
All right, y'all. It is 11 o'clock. I gotta go.
We're gonna get off here like in 2 seconds. I was just trying to find one more mod that. Ooh, you know, Smoke did a good job with this one. I like the way this one had
a cuboid, doesn't he? Don't you? Sure, you have a cuboid.
Cute voice. What?
Cuboid.
Not cute boys.
Oh, a cuboid. Yes, I do.
Good night, Tiger.
There somewhere. Wow, look. All right, this is the mod that everybody bought, and mine still looks not brand new, but pretty good. This is Smoke Alien.
The Alien.
Yeah, David. I never had one, but David did.
But on this side, the paint's coming off. So of course, the paint's coming off. Yeah.
We went. Actually, I think he had a couple of those because he broke them.
Yeah, a lot of people got into the whole alien thing, and I was like, well, you know. All right.
I don't think I ever had one, but David did. He had possibly 2 or 3 of them because he would drop them and he'd break them.
And probably one of the most expensive mods I ever bought would be this one. Would be my Zen ZNA. Bought this at a vape show. This thing, it only does 30 watts, but yeah.
Wow.
This is on a police department's post telling you to check your vehicle during the winter because cats like to get warm on your car or near your car. This is the picture they posted.
All right.
I would die.
Oh, we went past 11. I was trying to get off at 11. Damn, Jen.
Die trying to pet that. They're like, please check around your vehicle during this winter.
Yeah,
cats like to keep warm around your engine.
All right, guys. We're going to come back New Year's Eve. For anybody that has a camera and a microphone that would like to join on New Year's Eve, you're welcome to come on. I will post a link. Even Josh can come on with no microphone.
Oh, you don't even need a microphone. You can just point and laugh. Yeah.
You can just come on and stare at us.
And just show off your mods, you know.
Like, hey, look at this. You know, there you go. But, yeah,
look,
Harry, too.
Here's a mug I got.
Sometimes I open my mouth and my father comes out. What?
See,
okay,
I'm my
cool.
mother. My sister is my father.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah,
Let's do it. Well, we'll see y'all New Year's Eve.
So.
And until then, y'all be safe out there. And thanks again to Jen and Josh and RS for coming on
Have
tonight.
a great time, everybody.
I enjoyed the company.
Nixidine, y'all. Come try out Nixidine. It's amazing. It's a game changer. We're going to revolutionize the whole industry.
There you go. Hell yeah. We need some new perk in the vape industry. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it.
See y'all in a couple days. Peace out.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.